Greetings from Dallas, Texas, live, the True Seekers Live podcast. Unfortunately, Grammy nominee, we're not going to get to see the transitions tonight. You know, sometimes life just, for whatever reason, really tries to work against you. And this is one of those weeks for me. I've read your comments in the live streams, in the chat, and the replay. I've gotten your comments in the emails, and it seems like there's something in the air this week. There's something that's really just stopping progress. It's hindering progress. So unfortunately, on your way in, liking the live stream, we're not going to see the transitions tonight. And you'll probably notice that there's a bit of an audio delay in between you seeing my voice move and hearing the audio, or vice versa. One is quicker than the other. I was trying to get a way to download a program to run transitions so we could have all the special effects that I dreamed of and I'm, purchased over the past couple of days here, and it seemed to mess up something inside of my computer. So I'll have to reset my entire computer here in a little bit. But I decided to go ahead and out with the old, in with the new. We're still going to party like a rock star and show up to the concert. I'm not going to let this hinder me or stop me right now. I'm glad that the audio sounds good. Marina says there's no delay for you. Good. I'm glad that y'all can't tell. I'm just a perfectionist. I'm a stickler for perfection. If you can't tell, I had a cup of coffee. I don't know what they put in this instant coffee, but it has me wired today, ladies and gentlemen. She said there's no delay so far from the Slay Room. We're looking good. Skin color looks radiant. Shout out to my skin care provider, Mystic Tone, on Instagram. If you want all natural bars of soap like this right here, this is also one that has, there's scrubs. Listen, you just got to check out Mystic Tone on Instagram. These soaps smell absolutely radiant. This one's called Black and Proud, and I can't read this one right now because my lighting is just too dim. Mystic Tone on Instagram, and I'll post the link in the live chat right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a heck of a show for you today. Shout out to Daryl, one of my Uber drivers who I met earlier today. Daryl enjoyed the live stream and the podcast, Instagram.com/Mystic Tone. Also, this is brought to you by Unique Boutique Candles, the one and only candle that I trust to turn my apartment into an abode, to turn your house into a home. Quality products for quality price with Mystic Tone, as well as Unique Boutique Candles. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a heck of a show to bring you today. If you're watching at work, I want you to just do 5 jumping jacks and prepare preparation, get the blood flowing. I am hype. I want you to be hype as well. I'm pushing through the negativity, ladies and gentlemen. Pushing through the negativity. There's nothing that's going to stop the mission at hand. There's nothing that's going to stop the live stream. It's so good to see you all tonight. Let's start this podcast, this broadcast off, as we have 135 people watching, with some news. That's right. We're starting it off a bit differently today. We're going to start it off with the news segment. Now, we have a couple of news articles to bring you, and then we'll go ahead and get into it. I just want to wait a couple seconds before we deep dive into it, right? In case you didn't know, Issa Rae got married over the weekend. That's right. Issa Rae, the very popular Insecure creator star, revealed that she was recently married over the weekend. Her boyfriend, Louis Diame, married her in Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat, a commune in South France. Congratulations to Issa Rae and her husband, Louis, on their marriage. Louis. Thank goodness Issa Rae does not listen to men like Kevin Samuels, because according to their logic, she has multiple strikes against her. Well, she rich and she got money, so it's probably different for her though. True. Yeah. The only time being wealthy is bad is when a black woman is wealthy. That's when it's bad right there. But I just want you to look at these photos here. Issa Rae and her husband are absolutely shining in their wealth, in their opulence together. He's a businessman, and I think he's done very well for himself. I hope and I pray that this lasts, and continued happiness and prosperity for Issa Rae. All right. Let's go ahead and get on to our next news article here. This one is a bit more somber. In the transitions, when we finally get the new camera, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the new camera I got, I spent $500 on it. It is a sick camera, so I want to thank you for donating and contributing to the live stream and to the channel. I could not have done this without you guys. But everybody that donates to the PayPal, to the Cash App, you have no idea how much it means. So I'm upgrading. In the next live stream, you'll see a better camera, and hopefully you'll see the transitions again. Hopefully we have it all figured out. We'll see. Things just seem to keep popping up for whatever reason. Anyways, on to the next news article. Man, you're not going to want to miss this, ladies and gentlemen. We have a heck of a live stream today. Yeah, we had to talk about it. The Manosphere is certainly not talking about it. The Black Manosphere is definitely not talking about it. What a coincidence, huh? What a coincidence. Speaking on the new microphone brought to me by Toni Morrison, brought to you by Toni Morrison and Organic Black. 13-year-old girl was fatally shot at a picnic on Saturday after gunfire from a drive-by shooting struck her as she sat with her friends at an outside picnic table awaiting a DoorDash delivery, police and her family say. This is the young girl who was shot and killed in Blackistan. That is not a term that I made up. That's a term that Nyla says, I believe, or Paris Milan might have made up, or possibly Lexus Exodus. Shout out to those channel content creators. One of the perpetrators said, "I'm sorry for her loss. It didn't mean it to go down that way." 20-year-old Javon DeMontre Robinson, one of 4 suspects arrested in the shooting, said as he was taken into custody. Police were called to the scene at about 8 p.m. in Monroe, North Carolina, found the girl with a gunshot wound, took her to the hospital where she was pronounced dead at the age of 13. And wouldn't you happen to believe that all the men arrested, of course, were black? Surprise, surprise. We're going to go ahead and end this news segment with something that's a bit more positive, if you will. A bit more positive. Let's get away from the negativity for a second. I saw this and I thought it was just absolutely hilarious. Apparently, there was a flight that was being conducted. On this flight, this woman overheard this woman's boyfriend, I guess, and her arguing. And this is the result of it. The guy on the flight just told his girlfriend he wouldn't date her if she was a worm, and she is crying, quite literally crying, ladies and gentlemen. She was heartbroken, and it was a pretty big scuffle. So we'll wrap it up with some positivity and some hilariousness there. How about you? Would you date your significant other if they turned into a worm? Let me know in the chat. 1, if you would. 2, if you would not. I guess that was enough to get her off her rocker. Let's go ahead and dive into this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and dive into this. So good to see all of you in the chat. Pretty funny story, huh? So some of you might have heard, some of you might not have heard or seen the topic that we're talking about today. If you haven't heard, I'm going to go ahead and enlighten you really quickly. Over the weekend, there was a picture that leaked on the internet, and this picture, well, I can show you better than I can tell you. I tell you that. If you're listening on audio, then just know that I'm describe in fluid detail exactly what we're seeing right now in the live stream. This is a black man who is legitimately in love and marrying this white woman here. I'm not going to drop his name. However, his socials are all over social media. If you feel so inclined as to try and track him down, you can find his information. And you're right. You're absolutely right. What you see wrapped around his hands, his wrists, are chains. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, chains. Now, I say this all the time, and I didn't think that we actually had to go this far, but I say that black men are the newest face of white supremacy and have taken white supremacy farther than white people ever could have. And this is just pure indicative proof of this. But as you'll find out later on in this live stream, it gets worse. It always gets worse. Just when you think it can't get any worse, it does get worse, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around, and I'm going to break down exactly how this gets worse. That's one of the pictures there. Another picture is him sitting Indian style, and she is unlocking or breaking the chains, freeing him from his literal shackles. What a sweet white woman. What a sweet white woman. And him thanking her, kissing those hands. Thank you, Massa. Thank you, Massa. Thank you, my white queen, for freeing me from my slavery. Lord have mercy. I feel the spirit of God tonight. The coffee's got me lit, ladies and gentlemen. That coffee's got me lit. My audio delay is not going to bother me tonight. Why am I talking about this? Well, I wanted everybody else to get this out of the way. I wanted the pink butterfly. Thank you, Lord, for my white pink butterfly. I wanted to let all the other content creators get it out of the way. And I wanted to see if black men were going to specifically speak on this issue. I didn't see too many black manospheric men. I didn't see Coach Greg Adams. I didn't see Donovan Sharp. I didn't see Kevin Samuels. I didn't see a single black manospheric content creator cover this story. I'm puzzled. I'm puzzled. I wanted to really take some time to gather my thoughts on this particular situation. You have heard me say it before, nearly a million times, and I just said it. The modern day black man is the newest face of white supremacy of days past. Right? Grown males, which have a severe disdain and hatred for women, essentially the hatred for black women, if you're a black man in the manosphere. They would love to see black women in literal shackles and chains, bound at the foot with chastity belts fastened from sunrise to sunset, only to be loosed once their kangs come back from their middle to low average earning jobs. I want to preface this message with the message: I am not getting on to black men who are doing well in life and black men who are trying to do better. Salute to you if you're a black man that is fighting to do better for yourself. If it does not apply, then let it fly, my brethren. Now, in this manosphere lies an even deeper cesspool of subhuman species that threatens violence to members of me and my channel, threatens violence against me, and seek to simply see the world that conquered them burn and wither away. Right? Those males is what today's message is directed towards. Now, for those who are frequent flyers of this channel, you might say, Truth, isn't that who you're always talking about? And I would say, yes, it is, with a grin on my face. But I have more information for you today, more information that I've withheld until today. We recently wrapped up our series, Nobody Wants Black Men. And again, this is not hate speech against black men, but simply an attempt to raise awareness on the hateful males that seek to destroy their own counterparts and people. Black males. This is a public announcement that every other race of men and women can see and know in their hearts beyond a shadow of a doubt that words from the men like Kevin Samuels, Donovan Sharp, Pedospheric, Coach Greg Adams, and every other content creator seeking to bring the public image of black women down has no credence or validity to it, but rather it's simply a last-ditch effort to shift. Let me get my transition going, man. There's my transition, man. No sound. I don't care. We're moving on. To shift the responsibilities of accountability of black men and their failures onto black women, onto the community that they led into failure, onto the children that they abandon, curse, forget, and hate, onto the community that they destroy, rob, murder, kill, pillage, and seek to run away from. This is why I say the modern day black male is the newest face of white supremacy. Now onto our topic of the day. This picture has been making its rounds on the internet for the last week or so. I wish them the best in their marriage. I really do. Now, I'm not going to hold my breath because obviously, as we discussed in the Nobody Wants Black Men who get married to white women have a 200% chance higher divorce rate than white males, white females, and a 244% chance higher divorce rate for white male and black female marriages. So I'm not going to hold my breath. But it's not the statistics that we're talking about. Oh, no. Today, we're talking about the mindset behind it. Now, in one picture, we can see the black male with his trousers that looks to be dated from the 1800s. He's in a cotton field picking away just as our ancestors did. Let me bring up this damn picture again, man. I gotta bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get into it today. I'm not holding back on the coonery. Just as our ancestors did. Lord have mercy. But off to the side, his white age, gracing him with her presence and offering her hand to say, "You've done enough work today, boy. Come on, let's go ahead and get you a nice glass of lemonade." He's literally picking cotton in the picture, and this is meant to be a slave reference. This is what they meant for it to be. They announced that, hey, this is supposed to be her marrying me and freeing me. That's what they said on their socials, right? I read this. Literally shackles on his hands, right? Now, I often speak about black males hating their own women. But what we have here is a new level of hatred that almost surprised me. It didn't, but it almost surprised me. Almost. Nothing really surprises me anymore, if I'm being completely honest with you. Black males call black women who date out bedwenches, a metaphorical reference to black women who were slaves and were literally raped by their slave masters as their men cowered in fear. Black males hurl every name in the book to black women who choose to divest from Blackistan and move to suburban environments where black males are nowhere to be seen. Black males have barrages of never-ending hatred for their women and communities who seek to rid themselves of the black community's oppressors. Yet I have not heard one single black Manospheric content creator address this picture. Maybe they have, I don't know. But let's really dig into this. No black woman I know would ever think to take engagement pictures with a white man of her in shackles. Only niggas can think of something this degenerate. Only black males could could find a way to somehow raise the goalpost of ignorance to levels that are so incomprehensibly attainable for the general amount of population that it would almost think to be impossible. Only niggas would take something that could arguably could be considered the worst and the most tragic part of our history and somehow try and turn it into a joking or a beautiful matter. Only niggas. This would be like akin to Jewish people having a picnic in a concentration camp, right? In a historical concentration camp. This would be akin to Native Americans uh, um, getting married while the white man had them on their knees with guns to their heads. This is what, and obviously we never see anything like this. But lo and behold, Negroids will find a way. Negroids will find a way to do this and be proud about it. No black woman would ever think about taking a picture like this. And in the off chance that she did, do you know the level of hatred that she would face for this? Black men would absolutely destroy her. Black men already destroy black women, and they don't even do anything close to this. Black men cannot let go of their slave mentality, and this picture is a direct reflection of this. What do I mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's dig into it. Before we get to this next point of discussion, I want to point out the major detail that this picture managed to completely twist. Trigger warning. I didn't want to actually bring up this portion in the discussion. I didn't want to actually have to say this, but I'm going to say it anyways. All right. I have to, and I'm only going to say it one time. Okay. I'm only going to say it one time. But I have to say this. Make this picture bigger. This is going to be hard hitting. It's going to hit the stomach hard. It's a very touchy subject. So I only say this to prove a point. And I take no pleasure in saying this, okay? But the message of this picture is to somehow prove that their love gave him his freedom out of slavery. There were no white women that married black men and freed them from bondage of slavery. As a matter of fact, it was the other way around. White women didn't have the power in the patriarchal society that white men built to free black men or rid them of slavery. If there was, for whatever reason, some kind of obscure one-off relationship that she was having with a black man, it was in severe secrecy. Okay. White men had the opportunity and did marry black women. Obviously, this is a touchy subject. We don't know about all the relationship and the details that might have been, whether it be forcibly, amicably, we don't know. But they did have the ability to actually marry and free black women if the black women signed their name on a marriage certificate. Right? That's the true irony about this. That's the true irony about this. No white women could free black men. White men could free black women. Okay. That's the only time I'm going to say that. Once again, the fantastical delusional world of the black male mindset continually being displayed for the rest of the world to laugh at. The conquered kings. I've noticed something. I've noticed that black men truly do enjoy being conquered. I'm not kidding. They really do enjoy being conquered. What do I mean? Truth, how can you say that? Well, gosh darn it, I'm glad you asked again. I'm glad you asked again. I brought us some evidence of just how much better that black men do once they're under the foot of oppression. Now, I've said this before in the past. I've said it before in the past, but I'm going to say it again. The black community was more unified when they truly faced severe oppression. Let's get to this video. I'm not going to say too much more. Let's get to this video. Got a lot of people watching. And I'll explain to you why I said that black men really do enjoy oppression a lot of the time. Now, you remember Angola. This is a plantation prison, right? Good old Angola. Let's listen to an excerpt from Angola, and then we'll move on with our discussion. Make sure that volume's up. We don't want to miss none of that.
The Louisiana State Penitentiary in Angola is one of America's most unusual prisons because it is, in some ways, a plantation.
My goodness.
Once you pass through Angola's front gate, you can't help but feel that you've gone back in time to another South.
It's the largest maximum security prison in the country. Right now, there are 6,300 prisoners. the majority of murderers. You have rapists, you have people who've committed assault, drug felonies.
How long are you here for?
All right, so that's Angola right there. We're gonna go ahead and fast forward in this because there's a part that I have to show you, and then we'll get to the good part. Now, this guy was interviewing one of the black guys here. Let's see what he has to say.
What's it like the first day when the prison comes to you and says, "Okay, now you're working on the farm"?
Well, then when I first came here, I see the kind of type of work here. I figure like this. I said, that work not gonna be bad. You know, I love doing hard work though.
You think these guys?
All right, I know we're freezing. My computer's probably being pushed to the max right now. I'm gonna rewind it. Is there a link? Yeah. The name of this is Angola for Life. That's the title of the video.
Yeah. I've been here since 2008. I got a second-degree murder charge.
What's it like the first day when the prison comes to you and says, "Okay, now you're working on the farm"?
Well, then when I first came here, I see the kind of type of work here. I figure like this. I said, that work not gonna be bad. You know, I love doing hard work.
I love doing hard work. I love it. Gosh dang it, I love doing hard work right there. I tell you what, I saw that prison and I just knew I was in the right spot. I knew it. Let me show you one other thing. And then I'm gonna explain why I'm playing this and why I'm saying this, okay? It gets more mad. It gets crazier. And I'm gonna break this down for you. This is crazy.
When Cain came on the scene, what he did was open up the door of opportunity.
Now, the reporter asked this question of, let me just play it. I can't even.
Healthy people who have a heart that's healed, who have a soul that's whole, they want to help, they want to give back, and that's what we do every day.
Why do you think violence has come down in Angola?
When Warren Cain came on the scene, what he did was open up the door of opportunity.
When Warden Kane came on the scene, he opened up the door of opportunity. You want to know who Warden Kane is? This is Warden Kane right here. Good old boy Warden Kane, ladies and gentlemen.
How do you impose morality on a population that is 3/4 murderers serving life sentences without the possibility of parole?
Well, the basic thing was they were hopeless. It was hopelessness. With the life sentence, there's no hope.
That's Warden Kane right there, all right? So let's go back to what this black man had to say, and then I'll continue. Just bear with me.
To start coming after success.
Yes.
Because with success, it changed the way you think.
It changed the way
I can achieve something, I feel better about myself.
Now, let me stop here. I'll never understand why black men have to go to prison to understand that everything that we say on this channel, get an education, make more money, do better for yourself, become a better person. I'll never understand how they find Jesus and have these revelations. I'll never understand why so many black pedospheric, black angry men come onto my panel, get upset at me for saying the same thing that a prisoner says. Maybe if I was wearing an orange prison jumpsuit, they would decide to listen to me more. Maybe I'd be more relatable to them, right? Let me translate to you what this man just said. let me translate to you what they just said, because I could tell black men all day to build businesses. It'll fall on deaf ears. Okay. It'll fall on deaf ears. This is what he's really saying. When the white man came on the scene and put us in them hot ass fields, he straightened us out, made us respect authority through hard work, literal buck breaking. Do you see the parallels there? Now, Warden King speaks about religion, all right? Something that was also very influential in getting slaves to cooperate. I'm not dissing religion. I'm just showing you the parallels in between the prison system and slavery, right? Parallels in slavery of days past and modern day-to-day upkeep of Angola. The predominant jail population in Angola, violent, non-building, non-community oriented black males who were sent to work in the fields just like their ancestors, who were taught about Jesus just like their ancestors, who were enslaved by their own hands and people just like their ancestors who came from Angola by the way of Angolans selling other Angolans to the white man. I said it before, and I'll continue to say it. Black men are their worst oppressors. But once another race comes in and capitalizes off of them, they shoot straight as a ruler. Once Warren Kane came in and showed me the way and showed me the grievous errors of my ways, I understood that I needed If you don't believe me, look at the Angolan slave trade. That's how a lot of us got here. He said, I feel I can achieve something special. Feel better about myself. I've never heard anybody in the Black manosphere actually encourage men to do better for themselves. I don't hear that. All I hear people talking about in the Black manosphere is how bad Black women are. I don't know about a single manospheric channel that has gotten popular from men telling other men to do better with their lives. All I hear is men ranting about the court systems, how their child support is taking out $25 a week out of their check, the oppression that's made against Black men. I'm gonna show you something here. We got a lot of interesting videos today. It's worse. Don't think it can get worse. It gets worse. Yes, it does. This is also brought to us for our audio listeners. You'll hear clearly what we're watching. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. 300 people watching. Let's make sure that we get the likes up. I don't know where the likes are right now. Make sure we get the likes up. Once again, Angola. This is one named Prison for Life. Prison in Louisiana, full documentary. That's the name of this one.
Wasn't no people person when I first came. You know, I was selfish, stubborn. When I first arrived, I was like the dead grass. I wasn't growing at all. But now I've grown a lot, you know, and I feel I'm a better person. You know, and I hope others look at me as some type of role model. I'm gonna make a difference. That's a promise to myself.
I just want to play that little excerpt for you really quickly. Let's continue. One more video, and then I'll explain why I'm playing these videos. All right. More video. I will explain all of it. We have to get these out of the way. This is very important. This is very important. All right, here we go. 300 people watching. Wow, it's incredible. 300 people. So quickly. My goodness. All right, let's continue. Here we go. Hey, it's Jay-Z. What do you know?
Advocate Jay-Z filed 2 lawsuits on behalf of the inmates, calling their situation a humanitarian crisis.
It's easy for you not to care about what's going on in MDLC if you don't have a family member or a loved one there. But some child's father is there. Some mother's son is there.
Kewin Grayer spent 24 years behind bars, much of that time in America, more than any country in the world.
So there's no place where you can still feel the legacies of slavery more than Parchment.
Garrett Felber is a prison abolitionist and a professor of history at the University of Mississippi.
You enter through the front gates, not into a prison, but into a plantation. And you drive for miles through these disparate camps that were very much part of the antebellum South.
Parchment was built in 1901 as a labor prison modeled after a plantation. On Parchment Farm, they grew cotton, soybeans, and other cash crops. In its second full year, the state made roughly $5 million.
Parchment was a means of
one more. Here we go. One more.
Several thousand acres. Before, it took lots of bodies. Those bodies are still there. Once we control them by putting them into work in Parchment as part of our economic engine for the state, now we are putting them in there as a means of getting the impoverished off the street, locking them up, and basically throwing away the key.
He said it's a means of getting the impoverished off the street, locking them up, and basically throwing away the key. If you've been watching Kevin Scammers, you'll notice that there's one group of particular women that he loves to have a serious, I guess you could say, scuffle with. That's educated women that have PhDs, women that have masters, women that have the doctorates. Now, we've already discussed that higher levels of education equals more money. It's just been admitted from people who are seeking Black men's justice that prisons are a lot of the time based around maybe people who didn't have as much economic ability to do bad things in life and then to find themselves in prison, right? So prison is made for people who don't have as much economic infrastructure, and then you're pretty much locked up because you, I don't know, for whatever reason, just got locked up, right? Now, you get more education, you get more money. You have more economic infrastructure in your communities, you have less people that go to prison, right? Why is it, and how is it that black men have followed Mr. Scamuels to the tune of 1 million and somehow find it progressive for the black community to rag on women who out-educate them in college? This is why I say that the black male is the newest face of white supremacy. If prisons are based on locking people up because of a lack of economic infrastructure or fortitude, then in what world do you see ragging black women or ragging anybody for having a higher education? That's the literal push for your own incarceration as a community. More education, more money. Less education, less money, less people that go to prison. I'll never understand this. I'll never understand this, but this is the modern day mentality of the black male. This is the modern day mentality of millions of black males. This is why the black community will continue to be trash by and large. All right? Madness, absolute madness. The reason I decided to make this stream revolves around the victim mentality of men in the black panosphere, the group of men that continually victimize themselves and choose not to execute solutions that would rid them of their metaphorical shackles that they claim that modern society chains them to. What is exceptionally unique about the mindset of a lot of black males is that the chains and shackles that bound them were forged by their own hands. When black males tell women, like the average at best women who has a 6-figure earning business, who can hire their own black people, because we all know that black men complain about not being able to find good jobs because the white man's got his foot on their neck. They bound themselves by their own wrists, by their own shackles, with the crime that they commit, with yada, 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 the white man, the Asian man, the black man. And then in the same breath, continue to tighten the shackles on their wrists by admonishing and destroying the black women who are trying to actually economically progress, who are trying to actually educationally progress, who are trying to actually entrepreneurially progress. Wait a second. So if more money means less people in prison, if higher education means less people in prison, then why the hell would you be upset at black women choosing to go to college? I'm not understanding this. You complain about police brutality, yet you remain the least educated group of people in America, refusing to obtain the same level of education that your counterparts have attained, the same level of education that could essentially yield you the political power necessary to change laws. You complain that police are out to get you. You complain that the white man is out to get you. You expect for your women to march in the streets as they have for you, unfortunately. And yet they out-educate you in the very field that could essentially change the laws for you. Now, we all know that we joke about moving out of the hood, right? But here's the truly sick and twisted thing about the hood, right? The ones who actually do get out of the hood, the black men who do successfully make it out of the hood, never actually go back to give anything back to the hood. Once again, another layer of black men continually destroying their own community. They complain about being felons and not being able to gain employment, yet they never hold their non-felony convicted brethren for building up infrastructure needed to employ them. Right? The list goes on. Slave mentality. I want to show you a clip, and I want you to really take in what you're getting ready to hear. This happened on the Is It Just Me podcast. Let me go ahead and bring up the Is It Just Me podcast and her channel. This is mind-numbing, all right? This is mind-numbing. Absolutely incredible. Let me go ahead and put the link. If you want to subscribe to the Is It Just Me podcast, click the link right there below. Is It Just Me podcast? There you go. I was watching the Is It Just Me podcast the other night, and she had a live stream where she was talking to a black man. And admittedly, and I got to be completely honest here, I'm glad that this young brother was honest. All right. But in the host of this podcast, I don't want to dox you. The host of this podcast was asking and describing the role that black men are supposed to have in society. And I want you to hear what this black male had to say, right? I want you to hear what this black male had to say. It's very deep here, okay? Listen to this.
You failed to step up to the mantle of manhood. You failed to address and dismantle the system. And now you're participating in white supremacy. You're participating in perpetuating and upholding the system you claim, quote, is subjugating you.
Ain't nothing we really could do at this point.
Wait a second. Yes, you heard that right. The volume's low. Okay, well, I can't actually turn up the volume any more than this. I'm sorry. Or is the volume not playing? Let me check. Is the volume not playing? Increase the volume. I can't. It's up all the way, y'all. I'm sorry. I can't. It's up all the way. I'll rewind it though one more time. Turn your volume up if you want to be able to hear it. I'm sorry.
Perpetuating and upholding the system you claim, quote, is subjugating you.
Ain't nothing we really could do at this point.
Sorry, what did you say?
Ain't nothing we really could do at this point.
There's nothing that we can do at this point. It's just over for black males. That's right. He said there's nothing that there ain't nothing we can do now. I mean, it's just over. What do you want me to do? There's nothing that we can do. They're absolutely conquered. This is why they have such an issue and a problem with men like myself, right? Because this is truly the mindset that black men have. This conquered, nothing I can do, it's all over, that doom mindset that they try and put on black women. Your education doesn't matter because ultimately at the end of the day, you're 35 years old and you're past the wall. And once you get past the wall, you're not gonna be able to find a high value because the high value men, and because after that, the dogs out in Paris. And when I was born in 1943, and this doom, this never-ending doom mindset, it's just ain't nothing we can do. It just it's just over for us. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I thought you were a king, right, Rebecca? I thought that y'all were the kings. What happened to the crowns? I salute this brother for at least being honest here, okay? I salute him for being honest. That's truly how he feels. But this explains why they hate black women so much. When black women out-educate black men, it makes them look bad, and they feel like there's nothing that they can do. So what do they try and do? They try and build and bring black women right back down to their same level of despair. When a woman calls Kevin Samuel's show, and there's 20,000 black men who are not on her level, who do not have her level of education, who do not feel like they could ever amount to anything in life, they seek to bring you right back down to where they are, because misery loves company. And the most miserable group of men in the history of mankind is black men. Ain't nothing I can do. What do you what do you want me to do? The road to success in America has been paved with glow-in-the-dark tiles. It is more than abundantly clear that if you go to school, if you try and build a business, if you unify as a race, that you'll be okay. Why do you think it's a coincidence that the community that's doing the worst is the community that has the least unified men, the least business owning men, the least educated men, the most incarcerated men? For the 6% of men that are in America, they continue white supremacy and their coonery by making up almost 41% of the entire jail population. 6% of the population making up close to half of the jail population. Now, I'm going to say something. I want to break this down really quickly because I heard somebody say, well, you know that the crime rate be going down though. It says that the jail, black men been going to jail less and less for the past 7 years though, right? So black men be doing better though. Okay, so I think you really need to appropriately give the statistics. Let me tell you something. You remember Skeeter Mills, the dude that broke and shattered the woman's jaw by hitting her in the face with a skateboard? That video was publicly put out. Skeeter Mills didn't even do 6 months in jail. So when you see prison statistics, they don't always reflect the true violent nature of the black community. What do I mean by this? Well, I'm glad you asked. 400 people watching. If you're enjoying this, make sure that you donate so I can buy some more equipment. I'm not scared or shy to ask anymore. I found a website on the UCR, and it described how many cold cases are open year after year after year. All right. Now, I'm not going to even bring it up. But just know that I'm just going to read, okay? The FBI Uniform Crime Report estimates that investigators were able to close only 62% of murders and only 35% of sexual assault cases in 2017. And the number of unsolved violent crimes, which eventually be known as cold cases, increase year after year. Experts estimate that based off of that data, our nation currently has 250,000 unsolved murders, a number that increases by 6,000 every year. Unsolved cases meaning caseloads, which drain resources and results in higher costs for agencies with limited budgets. And the number of violent assaults that go unsolved is even higher. This is now, listen to this. I've gotten word that in Chicago, police officers and ambulances literally don't show up at the scene for 30 minutes. A, so there's no witness that they can interview. B, so the person that gets shot in Chicago, the black male who are killing each other by the rate of almost 10 or 11 per day now, so they don't have to file up a caseload because there's so many murders happening that they don't even want it to go on. They don't even want to file caseload anymore. They don't want to investigate anymore. They're saying, hey, you know what? Y'all have at it. Y'all can have the South Side of Chicago. So when we look at jail statistics numbers, and I hear Negroids say, well, the numbers ain't really all the way true because the numbers been going down. No, in a lot of cases, the cases just don't get solved. Okay? I'm not going to let you try and make it seem like the black community is less violent than what it is. We all know that the hoods that predominantly make up the black community are absolute violent trash. Okay? That's a very disingenuous statistic to rely on. When only 35% of sexual assault cases actually go solved, that lets me know that majority of those sexual assault cases aren't being solved. That lets me know that nearly majority, if not overwhelming majority, of assault cases like Skeeter Mills knocking the jaw out of a young black woman aren't going solved, or they're not being held accountable for it. This is very interesting, very, very much needed to know. Okay? Let me get back to what I was saying here. 400 people watching. 400 people watching. Absolutely amazing. Shout out to you, the real Aaron Collins. Good to see you in here. Yeah, the police are happy to see black men killing each other in Chicago. They're like, hey, y'all have at it, man. We're not going to solve the cases. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Other races looking at us like these niggas These niggas, man. We try and fight for y'all, and y'all continue to kill each other. They try and stand with us, and you continue to chastise and persecute me, who's telling you the best way to get out of the mental, metaphorical chains that shackle your wrist. But we know that you like to change, just like this black man likes to change here. Now, we listen to that young man say, well, what do you want me to do? What do you expect me to do? What can we do? I'm black. I'm a black man. It's just over. That feeling of dread is what plagues a very large portion of the black youth and male in the black community. What can we do? It's a very telling sign of utter distress and hopelessness, a complete admission of hopelessness and doom. When the leaders of the community feel that they can no longer appropriately lead, the community is in for a world of trouble. A lot of men will hate me for my rhetoric and an unyielding barrage of truth bombs on black men. However, the fact of the matter is, if black males don't change their slave mentality and mindset, the community will forever be dead last. And pictures like these are a direct representation of the slave mindset that black men not only thrive in, but celebrate. Now, this young brother who has admitted that he can't do anything, he doesn't deserve the same level of admonishment that these Negroids who seek to threaten my life and harm me do. It sounds like he's willing and wanting to listen and be guided, but there are no guides in the black community because the ones who are able to guide the community leave and never come back. A revolving door of madness and betrayal. Black men get a little bit of money, they're moving right into the white neighborhood. You know why? Because their neighborhoods are trash. So rather than building up their neighborhoods, they'd rather run away from the problem and just join the white neighborhood. I'm not going to say that. Thank y'all for the donations, for the super stickers. I saw the yellow, it popped up. Thank you, Marina, for the £5 pound, I believe it is, super sticker. Thank you, Marina, for the support. Thank you if you've donated on Cash App or PayPal. Thank you so much, Nikki Wonderful, for the $5 Canadian donation. $10 donation from IK. IK says, this is your calling, THT. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am not, dang, it's been 51 minutes already. That's crazy. I'm not going light today. This voice to audio visual delay is not going to stop me. If you want to support the podcast and help me to buy more equipment like the $500 camera that I just bought with y'all's gracious donations, then you can donate on Cash App /$truth seekers, TRUTHSEEKRS, or PayPal.me/TheHonestTruth. The Honest Truth. All donations are appreciated. The next live stream, you're going to see some incredible camera quality. I bought a great camera off of eBay. Buy once, cry once. And I cried, but I tell you what, it's nice to be able to improve this quality of the broadcast and the live stream. It's great to have you with me tonight, listening wherever you are. I hope that you're enjoying your evening. Happy Monday to you. And we're going to keep getting into it. Jedi Mike says, don't pull your punches, brother. Absolutely not. Thank you, Jedi Mike. Good brother and good friend to have in the building. Gordon Desir says, emancipate yourself from the mental slavery. Bob Marley. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now I want to show you. I want to show. There's a lot I got to show you, right? There's a lot I got to show you. Y'all remember Godfrey, right? Godfrey losing his mind when he saw an ad with an interracial relationship. I'll play this for you really quickly. If you do not know what happened, Godfrey is a comedian who went on a tirade of hatred against black women because of an ad that he saw walking in the street. Listen to this stupidity. This is why I say in regard to most of the black males in the way that I do. All right, the volume should be okay on this one. 400 people watching. 400 people watching. Comedian Godfrey mad at an ad of a black woman with a white man.
Visuals are what's very important. Television, all of those posters, important. Look at, I just walked past this. Now I know it's a nice little health. It's like, I guess, a health insurance thing. Fidelis Care. Yeah. But there's this white guy and this black woman, okay? Listen, I have a problem with that.
You have a problem with that. You have a problem with that. But did Godfrey Godfrey has a problem with an ad of a white man and a black woman smiling, even though they get divorced at a 244% less rate than black men and white women do. But Godfrey has not made a single damn video on this. You have no problems with this. Black men love to be conquered. They love it. They absolutely love it. I have not seen one prominent black male figure addressing this. Godfrey has all the smoke for black women when he sees an ad in the middle of nowhere and has yet to say a single word about one of his Negroid brothers wearing shackles in the same interracial type dynamic relationship, white and black. I don't know. I say this all the time, and I joke somewhat. I don't know if there's any hope for black men. Sherry Tillman says Kev on stage addressed it. That's good. A lot of the men that are in the manosphere, like Kevin Samuels, never addressed it. 1,200 years a slave. Absolutely. I don't know. $6. Oh God, is it pounds? What is the other currency over in UK? I know pounds. What's the other one? Jeez, my American ignorance is showing. B says, why are they so fragile that they are threatening your life just for calling a thing a thing? Well, you have to understand that there's no black fathers in the black community. So there's no mental fortification as far as a righteous and mental upbringing goes. That's non-existent in the black community. Thank you, whoever just donated on Cash App. I appreciate that. I'll look at it in 1 second. So you have men teaching other men who never had men in their life who taught them how to be men. And don't get me wrong, some men have the ability to actually do it, but very few have the ability to teach a man how to be a man when they had no man in their life. That's like asking somebody who drives NASCAR how to teach you how to play professional hockey. They might be able to do it, but it's a pretty small chance that they'll be able to do it. So that's why they hate so much. They have no mental constitute, no mental fortitude. They're 1000% wired on emotions. They don't think logically. They don't think critically through situations. They don't have that ability. That's why they hate me so much, right? Because I can tell them how to think logically, how to think critically, how to get out of the terrible situations that they might be in, how to rid themselves of their horrible child support payments, how to be more accountable, how to live a life that judges your consequences based on the actions, and how to grow as a person. But they'll resent me forever for that. Well, it's because they had no bearing of accountability coming up. So that's why they hate me so much. Now, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I saw Kenyatta's name again. Looks like Kenyatta's in the building. Kenyatta says, damn, you're just finding any reason to get on here and beg for money these days. Get a job, Chief. Kenyatta, I can guarantee that I probably have a better job than you. Kenyatta, if you want to get eviscerated like I eviscerated you last time, then hop onto the panel, my friend. You're more than welcome. However, I'm sure you'll wimp out just as you have for the past 10 live streams beforehand. When I open up the panel, Kenyatta, I expect to see you on here. I can't wait to see you on here, as a matter of fact, Kenyatta. You are more than welcome. You are more than welcome, my Negroid. Let's continue on. Oh, let me go ahead and I'm going to look at the Cash App donations really quickly. 415 people watching. Wow. We'll be at 1,000. I think we'll be at 1,000 by the end of the year. I truly do. 1,000 live viewers by the end of the year. I really do believe that. And that's absolutely amazing to me. Thank you for our Cash App donators. Naeem for the $15 donation. Thank you, Naeem, with the kind message. As well as Persian Zaza for the $5 donation. It's an interesting name. I like it. Persian Zaza Hunter for the $5 donation. You see, men like Kenyatta are exactly what I talk about. They'll have a problem with me telling other men to get an education, to get their lives together, to stop hating women, to stop hating people in general, to just be a kind human being, to stop being such a effing loser. They'll have all the smoke for me. All the smoke. But instead of addressing one of his Negroid-minded brothers wearing shackles, he'll decide to come onto my channel and say, oh, there you go begging for money again. You just begging for money. You just begging for money. Buck-broken Kenyatta. Fulfilling white supremacy by being the house nigger. That's what you are, Kenyatta. You are a house nigger. I had to say nigger with the ER at the end. I don't want YouTube to ban me. That's exactly what you are, Kenyatta. You're the type of nigger that would have been brought into the house and that would have ratted to the master. Master Truth out there, and he found a gold nugget, master. He didn't turn it in, master. So I don't want no problems, master. I don't want no problems, but I want you to know that he over there trying to make his own life better. He over there not trying to pay his dues to you, master. And I want you to see him, master, because he out there I don't know, master. Niggas are gonna nig. Linlin says Kenyatta would take that kind of photo shoot. Absolutely. Absolutely, Kenyatta would. Kenyatta says, dude, if you said that to my face, you get knocked the F out. Kenyatta, join in line. Well, join in line with Jermaine. Who else has threatened my life? I think there's a guy named Tony that sent me a death threat. I think you're about 20th in line right now, Kenyatta. So get in line. You'll have your time or a moment at some point or another. I'm sure this channel will be big enough to where we'll have a convention, and you are more than welcome to show up. I advise you to show up prepared. But thank you for the $5 donation again. You said that to my face. And see, this is why I talk about there no emotional responsibility with no emotional accountability. Willing to potentially throw your entire life away. And I'm not talking about jail. Because you have no emotional control. I encourage you to try me, Kenyatta. I really do. I encourage you to try me, my brother. I encourage you. What's this I have right in front of me? Let me make sure it's still there really quickly. Hold on. Yeah, it's still there. Hold on. Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. It's always there when I need it. You try your luck, my brother. Sharia Johnson with the $100 super chat. It's $100 super chat. Don't mind Kenyatta. Thought I heard a broke buck say something. Make him mad as that Negroid Tommy Sotomayor says. I hate Tommy Sotomayor. I really do. I don't like that guy. But hey, $100 super chat. I'm gonna keep that up on there for a while, Kenyatta, just so you can stew in your ignorant hatred. Keep that up there for a while. Kenyatta, drop the address. I'll show up ASAP. You carry, but I think you're too P-word to use it. Yeah, you can think whatever you want to think. You can think whatever you want to think, my friend. No, I'm not going to drop my address, especially not online right now. That wouldn't be too wise. But you'll have your chance sooner or later. You'll have your chance to confront me. I guarantee you will. You'll have your chance. You just get ready. You just get prepared, bruh. Just get ready, get prepared. I'm giving you some time. You see, I'm not a fool like you, so I'm not going to drop my address to you. However, I keep my eyes open for fools like you. All right. I'm not going to go purposely put myself into a legal situation like a lot of your ignorant Negroid brothers will, like you would, the ignorant coon that you are. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to coon myself. You can coon it up for all of us, Kenyatta. So keep donating. Keep donating. I appreciate your donations and your money. Oh, you're laughing, huh? Well, Kenyatta says, LOL, with the $5 donation and super chat again. That's the second $100 super chat I inspired. You should thank me. You know what, Kenyatta? I'm not gonna thank you. I don't play those type of games. But I do appreciate you super chatting. So I'm not gonna thank you for the $100 super chat because you didn't donate $100. Now, if you donate $100, I might thank you for the $100 super chat. Right? But I'll thank you for your $5 super chats. Your broke, dusty $5 super chats. Keep on donating them. We'll see if you can make it to 50 by the end of the stream. Let's see how much you got. The women are outdoing you, Kenyatta. I thought you had a good job. What did you say your degree was again? Did you say you're a photographer or something like that? Put your money up, bro. Put your money where your effing mouth is, Kenyatta. Let's see how much of a king you are in socio-capitalistic America. Right now, the women are destroying you. Oh, what a coincidence. The women who out-educate you are destroying you. Who would have thought? It's almost like there's a correlation between education and income earnings. Even the women who don't out-educate black men are starting to build more businesses than black men. And guess who's upset? Guess who's upset that the white man's women who are building businesses? I'm going to have a transition a little bit. It's going to be like, right here, it'll say, guess which race it is instead of truth seekers. Quick answer. It's always going to be black men. Once again, I don't just mean to talk about black men so disparagingly. If you're a good black man out there, I really do tip my hat to you. I really do. I salute you. I met a young brother the other day and he's probably watching this right now at the grocery store. And he had an ankle monitor on. He was from Florida. And I said, where you from, bro? Because he didn't look like he was from here. I said, where you from, man? He said, Florida. I said, what you doing down here? Man, I just got into some trouble. I said, that's all right, man. What are you doing with your life? What are you trying to do? And I like to do music, man. And I rap. Shoot, what do you do? I told him I'm a YouTuber. I gave him my YouTube. And the first video that popped up was why nobody wants black men. He didn't say anything about it. Right. If he really did have a problem with me, he would have said something about it. But he was more curious, well, do you get paid from it? What do you do? I said, well, I tell black men that they need to get their together. I straight up said that to his face. And he started laughing. He said, what you mean? And I was like, well, as a community, we're the worst off because of black male leadership. And he said, yeah, you're right. I said, what about you? Are you in school? What are you trying to do? He's like, no, I'm married. I said, you're married. I said, oh, congratulations. Hell, at least he's married, right? Got to give props where props is due. He's married. He has a wife. He has a kid. So I said, so are you working right now? Nah. So his wife's working, supporting the family, but he's trying. Listen, I don't mean to just fully outright disparage and hate on black men, especially if you have a felony or if you're wearing an ankle monitor. That's not what bothers me. What bothers me is when you fulfill the stereotypical black male, prototypical black male, stereotypical image that public society thinks black males thrive in, which a lot of them do. And then on top of that, you hate the actual progressive movement of progressive black males like myself, like Jedi Mike, like the real Aaron Collins, who preach about actually going to school, who preach about staying out of jail, who preach about needing to have community organizations who can start patrolling the neighborhood and ridding gangsters, gangbangers, and stopping the tragic incidences like the 13-year-old girl that was shot in a drive-by shooting by 4 coons in broad daylight. That's the niggas I have a problem with. The niggas who literally are wearing shackles and come like Kenyatta does to my stream and tell me that they want to knock me the F out if I said something like what I'm saying right now to him, to his face. That's the niggas I have a problem with. It's not even the felonies that I really have a problem with, if I'm being completely honest. It's what you do following the ignorance that you already perpetrated in the past. It's you continually thriving in your ignorance. That's what I have a problem with. The ignorance never stops. $5 super chat that was given. I'm sorry, $10 Canadian dollar super chat or super sticker from Nikki Wonderful. Thank you again for the another donation, Nikki Wonderful. 430 people watching, ladies and gentlemen. 430 people watching. I'm gonna go ahead and plug my sponsors once again. Instagram.com/Mystic Tone for the best all natural soaps, scrubs, everything like that. They're awesome. Bath bombs, sugar scrubs, whatever it might be. Instagram.com/Mystic Tone, as well as Unique Boutique Candles. What I'm scenting on right now is the Toxic Masculinity. How convenient. Toxic Masculinity candle. Right? This is from Unique Boutique Candles. Absolutely delicious. Make sure that you head to uniqueboutiquecandles.com, 25% off your first purchase. Those ladies have been wonderful and supporting the channel. Thank you so much for that. That's who I have a problem with, y'all. I'm not just trying to completely tear down the black men who have done bad things in the past. Hell, I've done bad things in the past. We've all have done bad things. But when a man like Kevin Scamos is able to build 1 million followers of men who are walking in continual ignorance, hatred, that's what I have a problem with. At some point or another, you got to change, bro. I'm going to go ahead and open up the panel. It's been 1 hour and 6 minutes. I hope that's been somewhat entertaining for you. As always, I still had a bit more to say, but I'll continue talking and we'll open up the panel. If you would like to join the live stream panel, give your experiences of coonery that you might have experienced at the hands of your own counterparts. If you're a woman, if you're at your own brethren, if you're a man, Kenyatta, if you want to hop onto the panel, you're more than welcome to hop onto the panel. That's the link right there. Let me go ahead and pin it to the stream. The microphone is sounding so crispy. Excuse me. Keena said you'll end up kicking him off. He's vile. Okay, Keena, I appreciate that. Maybe I won't even bring him on then. I don't want to ruin this energy because you know what? At the end of the day, Keena, you're kind of right. How many spaces of hatred do black men need to continue to reverberate their hatred? I get tired of hearing black males speak sometimes. I do. Because it's the same conversation over and over and over. I really do get tired of it. Press on 1 in the chat if you want Kenyatta to come onto the panel. He is in the background right now. Kenyatta just joined. Press on 1 in the chat if you want him to be on the panel, and press 2 if you do not want him to come onto the panel. I'll leave it into your hands, ladies and gentlemen. Maria, I feel the same way. It is tiring, the hate they give. I don't know if it's necessary. I'm counting up the votes. All right, we got 1. Don't vote twice, please. Only vote 1 time, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. 1. You want to hear his dusty voice? Okay, Loren said 1. Loren's vote counts for 2. Queen Mercy says 2, 2. 1, drag him. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. It looks like the ones are winning right now. I tell you what, Kenyatta, you stay right there, Kenyatta. We're going to bring you on in 1 second. My friend. I see a lot of ones. BW Luxury says 1. I changed my mind. So Kenyatta's going to come up. He's in the background. Before Kenyatta speaks, ladies first, of course, traditionally. We're going to go ahead and go with Lisa Marie and then Naima. If y'all want to just try and keep it to about a minute, really 30 seconds or less, I'd appreciate that. But the floor is yours, Lisa. Unmute yourself and go ahead.
Okay. Hey, everyone. Hi, Truth. I'm just going to keep this simple.
Sure.
It's very hard to one thing we know is that there's this quote that says insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. Somewhat like that. And I feel like that's what's going on, even though it's the same thing, blaming black women for everything. Oh, who raised these men, this and that, even though we say you're the men of the community and women don't, raise boys to grow up as men do. And it's funny that, they want to talk about, oh, you got to be traditional, oh, gender roles, this and that, but they don't know, and they're in a hurry to speak for women, but they don't know that women don't raise boys to be men. They forget all of that. They want to blame the women, but they're in a hurry to talk about what women do and what women should do and this and that. And that's all I'm going to say.
Well, thank you, Miss Lisa Marie. I appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and go to Naima really quickly. This is a great word by Miss Lisa. Naima, unmute yourself. The floor is yours. And then after Naima, Kenyatta is going to impress us, as one of the commenters said, with his mental powers. With his mental powers. All right. We're up for a good laugh. Naima, go ahead.
Hello, Truth. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you perfectly, my dear.
Hey, darling. How are you?
I'm very well, hon. How are you tonight?
I am good.
Excellent.
Yeah, so basically I really just came on to say, you're doing your thing and pretty much trying to put the bug in the men's ear and the fact that there's no room for pointing fingers. As a community, we can't point fingers. Women, we look for men for leadership.
Right.
So in the sense that we need our men to be on their game. When men are on their game, it puts us on our game. If they're not on their game, we're going to do our own thing because we see that there's a lack of leadership there. So
right. Absolutely.
So if men are not on their game, then we have to do our own thing. We don't want to do our own thing, but we would rather men do their thing. Unfortunately, looking at history, we see that in a sense, it's never been that case.
Absolutely, Naim. Thank you for that word, Naim. Listen, I appreciate you for always donating, darling. Okay.
Okay, you cut me off. Okay.
I have to, Naim. I'm sorry. I have to kind of keep things going, but listen, we're gonna come back to you. You just stay on the panel, all right?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, dear. No problem. All right, the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. The moment of truth. Kenyatta is here. He is ready. First and foremost, though, I want to give the real Aaron Collins a shout out. Salute, brother Truth. He says with a $15 super chat. Keep up the good work, my friend. It's an honor, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you continuing to support. Kenyatta XL, unmute yourself, my friend. The floor is yours. Kenyatta, what do you have such an issue with, Kenyatta?
I really don't have an issue with you. I mean, you decided to invite me up, so it was good.
1 second, Kenyatta. I'm sorry. Yami, listen, I have to cut people off because if I don't, then the show can kind of start to drag out a little bit. Listen, when you call into a radio station, you don't get infinite time to speak. And so I'm trying to make this the best professional radio-like broadcast that I can do for you guys. That's what I'm modeling this after. So I know it might seem a little annoying, but I'll make sure that we get time to come back to Our Lady to speak, because ultimately I want this to be a platform they can speak on. I just need you to understand a little bit. So this is no hard feelings, just trying to keep it professional. Okay, guys? Mr. Cutoff just joined. Mr. Cutoff, I haven't seen your name before, but we'll let you go after Kenyatta. Kenyatta, so you don't have a problem with me, or you don't disagree with me, but you want to knock me out? I'm not understanding, brother.
Well, you said a bunch of disrespectful shit for no reason about being a nigger and all of this. I literally, when I first called you, the first thing I asked you was like, "What's your end game here? Like, what are you about?" I see all the negativity, and I see you dragging black men. So I'm like, "What's your end game?" And you didn't have a real answer for me.
I do have a real answer. I'll tell you right now. My end game is this. My end game is
having a real conversation if your finger's on a mute.
All right. Yeah, my finger's on mute now. You're muted. But I'll let you come back in a second, okay? My end game is that I want the rest of the world to see just how much of a failure that you are. I want the rest of the world, even though they already know that.
I don't know who you think you're talking to.
Anyways, I want the rest of the world, Kenyatta,
begging for money.
Kenyatta, Dusty Kenyatta. If you can't learn rules, which I know that you can't, because most of you just have a hard time with rules. If you can't learn the rules of the game, then you'll be taken down. Now, I'm going to bring you back up in a second, Kenyatta, but keep the dust to a minimum here, okay? Keep the out. Control your emotions if you can. You're on my platform. If you'd like to create your own platform and talk about me, then you're more than willing to do that. But unfortunately, since you're in my world, since you're in the white man's world, you're going to have to follow the rules, all right? I'm not saying my world is the white man's world. I'm making a metaphorical allusion to the victimization that black men feel that they're being put through in America. All right. What is my end goal? My end goal is for the rest of the world to start to have more empathy, the other races of people to start having more empathy for our women, because Negroids like you consistently tear them down as you tear yourself down. That's my end goal. My end goal is to bring revelation to other people, to start having conversations, to start to empathize more, just like Goldman Sachs starts empathizing more, to the tune of $10 billion, to the struggle and the plight of black children, both boys and girls, and black women who have gone through the past 1,500 years of nothing but struggle at the hands of Negroids like yourself and fail and lack of leadership. That's my end goal. That's my end goal. So I don't know how that doesn't answer your question, but if you are looking for a different answer, you're probably not going to get it. Thank you, Organic Black, for putting the donation links up there. I appreciate everybody that donates. That's my end goal, because Negroids like you will make it your sole purpose in life to follow a man like Kevin Samuels to the tune of, what, 1,070,000 subscribers now, who does nothing but bash black women. But the second somebody pops up and puts all your shit on Front Street, you lose your damn minds. The second that somebody actually brings factual statistics to show just how ignorant you Negroids are, you lose your minds. It's that double standard that you all have. Now I'll bring you back on, let you respond to this really quickly, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to somebody. So that's my end goal. Did that appropriately answer your question, Kenyatta?
Well, do you realize how many lies you just told? First of all, I don't follow Kevin Samuels at all. That's first of all. Secondly,
congratulations.
When do you know me to abuse any women? Like, do you know me personally? You say guys like women. When do you know me to abuse any women? You spit lies out of your mouth.
So Kenyatta, you have a problem with me. You have a problem with me, and I'm sure you just heard me acknowledging the men who do well in the black community, who are not part of the large movement of hatred against black women. Have you not heard me ever say that? Did you not hear that at all one time this stream?
Anything you can say about black men negatively applies to all men.
Okay. So once again, what we have here is a case of black men collectively assigning stereotypes to an entire collective, even though I specifically say that this is not all black men. But just like men of the Manosphere, who claim that all black women are evil, who claim that all women are evil, who claim that, you just save yourself, black men, from black women, SYSBM, black men always like to apply collectively one subject of contention or another. I specifically said that, listen, it's not all black men, and I tip my hat, I said this 20 minutes ago, to the black men who are doing better. However, as the numbers show, as the community shows, the downtrodden, crime-ridden, war-torn Blackistan community that a lot of us grew up in can attest to, there's a problem. The Stallion Ness says a hit dog will holler. So Kenyatta, I don't know why you feel the need to die on the heels of black men that you claim that you are not. Moreover, I don't understand why you wouldn't actually take up my side in this case, because if you're not a ignorant black male who seems to plague the black community in large portions of the crime-ridden environments in America and in black communities, which are predominantly crime-ridden environments, if you're not a portion of that demographic or community, I don't understand why you would feel so viscerally the need to fight for what is ultimately a majority of the black community's males. That doesn't make any sense to me. That's like that. I'm not going to say that. Jojo one says, why align your identity or yourself with trash? Right. I don't understand that. If you're a good male, I literally say, congratulations, I tip my hat to you, just like I do Aaron Collins. He has no problem with what I say. Jedi Mike has no problem with what I say. Alexander Brennan has no problem with what I say. A lot of black men, not a lot, some black men have no problem with what I say because they know it's based in truth. But for you to get so upset at something that you essentially have no contention with me on, you say, oh, I don't disagree with anything you've said. I just have a problem with you. Well, if you don't disagree with what I'm saying, then why do you have a problem with me? That doesn't make any sense, Kenyatta. We'll come back to you in a little bit. I'm kind of bored with you for now. We'll come back to you in a little bit. Mr. Cutoff, the floor is yours, Mr. Cutoff. Go ahead. Mr. Cutoff, you're going to have to unmute yourself here. Mr. Cutoff, go ahead, Mr. Cutoff. I can't hear you, Mr. Cutoff. I can't hear you. So maybe reconnect your devices. All right. He's having technical issues there. We're going to go ahead and go to Kenyatta one more time. Maybe Kenyatta can explain himself a little bit more, because let me understand this. So you don't disagree with what I'm saying, or do you disagree with what I'm saying?
My man, I disagree mostly with most of what you say.
Okay, cool. All right, fair enough.
Completely, because you say that you're about letting the world know. Like, bro, listen, I'm not about running my mouth. I'm about solutions. My view of you is that you tell women what they want to hear and then you beg them for money. I don't see you doing anything. If you're a man, do something about all these problems. Like, if you wanted to run your mouth on Sunday, do something about it on Monday. Don't run your mouth every Sunday, beg for money, and then call yourself the solution guy, because you're not that.
Right. Okay, good deal. Good deal. So you want to see actual solutions being brought into fruition, essentially. That's your problem that you have with me.
If you're going to put yourself on Front Street like you're the big man, yeah, I want to see some solutions come from you. Don't just run your mouth, dragging the black man image, and then beg women for money like you're doing something. You're not doing anything, bro.
Absolutely. And you know what? I think that that's somewhat of a fair point there. I completely agree with what you're saying to a certain extent. I think that, yeah, you should be definitely providing some sort of solutions if you're claiming to be a part of the movement of men that are providing solutions. Now, I'll let you know this. That young man that I met at the grocery store I just talked about, I didn't say this before, but he does rap, right? Now, we know how I feel about black men in rap, and I joke about, all black men rapping and things of that nature. But I sensed, just like I said before, that he's really trying to do better. And earlier I said, that's not just about felonies, but if you're trying to do better, I understand that. I exchanged numbers with him. I gave him my email, and I told him that I would give him, because I have a new camera on the way, I told him I'd give him this webcam that he's watching on right now, and that I would help shoot his music videos, right? Because he doesn't have anybody to shoot his music videos. I told him that I would help him figure out YouTube. He was very curious about YouTube. Remember I said that he looked up my YouTube channel. And he said, well, you get paid from that, bro, and this and that. I thought he was going to have a problem at first because it said, nobody likes black men. And so I offered him, I said, listen, man, I'll help shoot your videos. I'll give you this webcam. He said, man, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome. I said, not a problem, man. Listen, blessings to you and your wife. We were in the seafood department, and he left. And so I need you to know that I'm absolutely doing everything that I can to support the disenfranchised people in my community, even the ones that I do talk badly about. At the end of the day, I still seek to do what I can to help them. All right. Because what? And one second. You know what I know at the end of the day? That brother who was wearing that ankle brace would get no help from a nigga like you. I guarantee it. He would get no help from a nigga like you. You know why? Because when I was sleeping in my car, it was niggas like you that gave me no help. So I make sure that even if it is a stereotypical Negroid that I do talk about in a despairing manner, that I do everything I can to make sure that I'm at least trying to help him out of the situation that I am now. I got a new camera on the way, and I'll be shooting music videos for him. I'll teach him how to do YouTube. I'll teach him how to make money. What are you going to do for your fellow Negroid? Nothing. Nothing except complain about me, somebody who actually is doing something positive for the Black community. And guess what? When this channel finally does get picked up by a major station, or I'm able to go to satellite and I can get a few $1 million checks, it's going to be niggas like you who are still going to have a problem even after the money comes in and I'm able to build a computer lab where children can get out of the hood and rent a computer for $3 an hour so I can start teaching them how fiduciary responsibility and programming and internet and YouTube. I can start teaching them how to monetize their skills and bring them out of the crime-ridden, torn environment. So you don't know how I think, bro. You think you know, but you don't know how I think. You don't know the plans that I have. You think that I'm just a nigga talking on YouTube, and I'm not. I'm a lot more than that, Kenyatta. I'm a lot more than that, but I'm never going to let niggas like you know, because if I let niggas like you know, if I left my fate up to niggas like you and your judgment, you would do everything that you can to ensure that the progress that I'm making right now to get to that final destination would be hindered or cut off completely. So that's why I don't tell niggas like you what I do.
Yo,
Shut the fuck up.
Can I ask Kenyatta something?
1 second, please, Lisa Marie. I'm sorry. Lisa Marie, go ahead. Go ahead, Lisa Marie.
I was gonna ask Kenyatta, since he want to talk about, oh, what is Truth doing? What are you doing? The Dusty and complaining. I was going to ask him, what did he do when Black men bashed his women? Because last time I checked, when those men bash Black women have a dissent for Black men, and so those men are sending a bad reputation on Black men. What is he doing about that? Is he correcting those men bashing his women? Why is he going for honest truth when honest truth is literally criticizing you? That's the problem. They think criticism and trying to make them better and giving advices is attacking them, or putting Black men in a box and bashing Black men when we're talking about the collectives. Like, take this advice and learn from it. Don't freaking get in your emotions and get emotional about it.
Absolutely. And you know what? Just for proof, I'm going to show y'all that I got this young Black man's contact information, because niggas like Kenyatta would be like, you just saying that you got his contact information. You just saying that you didn't really get his contact information. You just lying. You want to see? This is his email right here. He typed it in for me. His name's Keandre. It's in my notepad. His name's Keandre Rashid at gmail.com. I created this. Hold on 1 second. My phone is trash, yo.
But you know what's funny, Truth, though? I'm going to piggyback off of her, because they always say, now he's coming to you as if, what's the solution? But you never hear these questions when it comes to other male that want to bash Black women. They never ask, what's the solution, right?
Right,
that
absolutely.
question never comes up. But now to you, surprise, what's the solution with you? But they never ask those men who have issues with Black women spewing these things, what's the solution? They never say those things.
Absolutely. And well, listen, guys, I got to give a huge shout out to y'all on the Cash App. Y'all are going off. Thank you so much for the donations. We have new donations here. One donation is from Shelly. Thank you, Shelly, for the PayPal donation of $20. Thank you, Shelly, for the PayPal donation. Another donation from T on Cash App for $50. She says, appreciate your content. Thank you, T, for the $50 Cash App donation. Major Key with the $1 Cash App donation says to tell Kenyatta to take his ass to sleep, right? And then Major Key with another $3 donation. She says, thank you for doing the right thing, and we love you and support you. Yeah. So there's so much that I want to do, and there's so much that I'm doing now. And just like I always say, I showed y'all the videos of me 2 years ago, and you can see the growth, you can see the progress and everything like that. There's so much that I don't say that I do offline, however, right? Because the last thing that I want to do is make it seem like I'm doing things in public just to be seen, right? That's the last thing that I want to do. But I make it my goal. I make it my mission to do everything that I can. One day, maybe I'll one day I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live on my cell phone, and I'm going to show you the conversations that I have with people that are in my immediate surroundings, the people who work at the grocery store near me, the people who I interact with daily, because there's a grocery store I go to every day, and talk to the people there. And I'm going to let you hear out of their mouths the things that we talk about, because I can say things all day, but until Negroids see it with their own heads, what the things that I'm building, the relationships that I'm forming now, the conversations of encouragement that I have with other people, they'll never understand that, right? They'll never understand that. So I can only say so much before it starts to get lost in translation there. What are you doing though? What are you doing though? Let's go ahead and move on to our panel members really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and go to Lin, I'm sorry. Then we'll go to Latoya. Ladies, if you can, we'll just try and keep it below 30 seconds. And I have a couple more things that I want to say here. But Lin, the floor is yours. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you. Oh man. Okay, I'll try to keep it quick. So
Sure.
I think he's completely lying that he does not know who doesn't follow Kevin Samuels, because in comparison, you're a much smaller channel. So how in the world did he find you before he found Kevin Samuels? And let's take what he says at face value, that he doesn't follow him. Why does he not have the intellectual curiosity to at least go over there and see why are people so upset with Kevin Samuels' message? Why doesn't he take his butt over there, listen to Kevin Samuels, and come back to us and tell us what he thinks? I'd be really curious about that. And I'm curious to know why he doesn't have the same energy for Black men who are allowing our communities to be dilapidated wastelands of violence, gang banging, trash all over the place. Everything is dilapidated. If men are supposed to be the leaders in the community, which I'm curious to see if he considers himself that, why doesn't he have this energy for the community? Why doesn't he have this energy for these men that are allowing our communities to be this way? And I'm curious to know, one for one, can you list a thriving Black communities, one for one, that Asian Americans have built to white communities, to Asian American communities? I'm very curious to know. List us white communities and Asian communities and other communities of different ethnicities where the men have actually built something. And please list one for one the equivalent of in the Black community. I'm very curious to know, because I know that list is going to be very short. And please let's not talk about Atlanta, because that's probably the only one that we can list. But I'm curious to know if he can list thriving Black communities, because every single one of them is a wasteland.
Absolutely. That's a great question. And, it just, who knows? Is it coincidental that the most thriving Black community in America, Atlanta, has the most gay men? No shade, but coincidence? I don't know. What do I know? This is the young man that I met the other night. His name is YC Rambo. I'm already subscribed to him. This is him. I mean, this is the stereotypical, dude that I talk about. But even so, still, I still want to try and support, because I saw that he had hope in his eyes. Right. That's him. That's him right there. Anyways, been subscribed to him. I said, man, hey, you haven't dropped a video since July 2018, man. What's going on with the videos? He said, man, I don't have the ability. I said, don't worry, bro. I'm gonna get you taken care of, man. Right. That's what I'm doing for my community. I do everything, and I do a lot more. Let's go ahead and move on. And yeah, we'll kind of make sure that we get a little bit quicker. But I love that word, Lin. We'll ask him. He's still in the background. Kenyatta's still waiting. So we'll see. We're gonna go ahead and go to Latoya. Latoya, the floor is yours. We'll try and keep it quick, Latoya, and then we're gonna move on. Thank you, Latoya.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Latoya.
Okay, so I'm just here to listen to the man complain yet again. I'm just here to listen to them complain about something that they should have been doing for the longest time.
Yeah. Here's the problem. Here's the problem that I have with Negroids like Kenyatta. When Black men like myself actually start calling out other Black men on their bullshit, then they get upset at me. Kenyatta will watch the story that we showed earlier today of a 13-year-old getting gunned down sitting at a picnic table and have nothing to say. You know what? Let's go ahead and take it to the comment of the day, because niggas like Kenyatta remind me of our comment of the day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it again to the comment of the day, ladies and gentlemen. The time where we assess the best comments, or the worst comments, however you decide to look at things, that I've received. Now, this one particularly is interesting because I messed up the transition there. The transitions are hard. I got to get a transition video machine. Oh, I messed it up even right here too. Worst transition of my life, ladies and gentlemen. Worst transition of my life. Let's try this again, shall we? I need more equipment. That's what happens when you don't have the right equipment to do everything that you really need. That was an epic fail. Anyways, comment of the day time. Here we go. Mike Woody. Wouldn't you know it? Mike Woody is saying the same thing that Kenyatta said right now. This is incredible. Do you not find it fascinating that what Kenyatta said is exactly our comment of the day? I don't believe in coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. I do not believe in coincidence. This is fascinating. The same thing that this man is saying is what Kenyatta is trying to say. Okay, so where are you in the black communities now? Sounds like you're trying to destroy the black man, male feminist. The black niggas can't, no grammatical, no commas, no periods, no sentence structures. Lord have mercy. I have to correct niggas' sentences so I can make sense of their insults against me. Sounds like you trying, not your. Sounds like you trying to destroy the black man, the black man, male feminist, not black man, comma, male feminist, or not black man, period. You are a male feminist. No, sounds like you trying to destroy the black man, male feminist. You couldn't even walk they a hood. I can't do this, man.
Oh, wait.
Hold on a second. Sorry. I'm sorry. This sentence says you couldn't even walk they a hood. You couldn't even walk they a hood. I cannot make this up. LOL, brother, you're YOUR, not YO apostrophe RE. YOU apostrophe RE. I can't spell now. I'm reading such degeneracy is messing up my spelling. Jesus. LOL, brother, you're lost. Listen, young soul, no one cares how the world looks at us. Well, you know how I know no one cares about how the world looks at you? I'm glad you said that, my Negroid Mike or whatever the hell your name was that commented. You know how I know that you don't care how the world looks at you? Because of niggas like this. I'm glad you said it, but I already know that you don't care how the world looks at you because you niggas are coons. I'm glad you said it. No one, is it any coincidence that these type of comments just happen to line up with the message? I didn't even read this comment all the way through and process it and really align it with the message at hand. No one cares how we look at us. What a coincidence. Back to the comment of the day, and then I'll let you go, Latoya. I'm sorry. What a freaking coincidence. Oh, Lord, this is insanity. You can't make this up. When you think it can't get worse, it gets worse. But wait, there's more. Let's read the rest of this illiterate comment. No one cares how the world looks at us. Yeah, they will pick up your show. They will pick your show up. You're selling your own out. Oh, I'm selling my own out. As if I'm the one wearing shackles. He's meaning that the white radio stations or maybe satellite radio is going to pick up the show one day, which I believe they will pick up the show one day. If the numbers do what they're going to do, the show's going to get picked up. That's just the way it goes. Of course, trying to slam me for taking the white man's money. Oh, there you go, taking the white man's money. Nigga, I can't take black man's money. They don't have any. There he goes, taking the white man's money. There the black women go, taking Goldman Sachs money. Okay, so you give me some money then, Kenyatta. Donate more than $5. Donate $25, and maybe I'll take back what I said. You fucking broke ass niggas. You always begging for money from black women. $5 donation here. $5. You open up a business in the hood, I want you to see what your number one clientele is. Just as a newsflash, it's not going to be black men. I guarantee you that. You try and build a business with black men, you try and become a greater percentage of the 2.2, really, it's half of that. The 1.1% of black businesses that are traded on the New York Stock Exchange, you try and build a black business with your fellow Negroids and let me know how that goes. Good luck. You a sellout. I preach about building businesses with brothers and they call me a sellout. I preach about getting an education and they call me a sellout. So you mean to tell me that somehow the black men who are the least educated group of people in America aren't the ones who are sellout? I'm the sellout? How does that work? How does a black male like myself who's enrolled in college actively right now, how do you call me a sellout, but you give a pass to the most uneducated group of negroids, black men, of men in America? How are they not sellouts? That's why you niggas are coons. Oh, you were, True be selling out though. True. The black woman selling out. Black women out educate black men. They selling out for the white man, continuing white supremacy by walking to the white man's building. Well, you don't own any buildings, my nigga, so she can't walk into one of your buildings. Let's read the rest of the comment here. I forgot about the comment. I talk about building businesses and I'm a sellout. Okay, here we go. Also, you're waiting on the white man to give you instead of you making your own. I don't know if you've noticed or not. There aren't many white men that donate to my channel. As a matter of fact, I think I've had one. Coincidentally, who is it that support me more than black men ever did? Ding, 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 ding. You're right. You guessed it again. Black women. Black women. Very interesting. I couldn't even get a damn bag of chips from niggas when I was sleeping in my car. Niggas wouldn't give me shit. And you claim that I'm selling out my own people. When I'm helping niggas like you, niggas ain't shit, man. All right, we're gonna finish this comment of the day here. I'll make my own. Don't depend on no man to make me wealthy. You are a simp, young man. Imagine a 60-year-old man calling a 30-year-old man a simp. Beta male tactics to hate men of your own race. I'm sitting here laughing because my Indian and Asian friends watching this with me. Okay, now this nigga just lying. My Indian and Asian friends are watching this with me. What? And they have their own opinion about what you're saying and answers like you're wrong. And here we go with the degeneracy in the English again. We're reading hieroglyphics. Can somebody translate Latin? And they have their own opinion about what you're saying, and answers like you're wrong are coming up. Okay, I almost could put it together. Answers like you are wrong are beginning to be brought into the opinionated conversations. No truth is coming out of your mouth. No truth is coming out your mouth, not out of your mouth, out your mouth. All right, we made it through yet another comment of the day, ladies and gentlemen. This one only took an hour to get through that one. So shout out to him. It looks like we're making progress in our illiteracy amongst black men, the most uneducated group of men in America. It looks like they're making progress. They're forming semi-hieroglyphics in the comment section now. So I applaud black males. I applaud the most uneducated group of males for doing better. Usually it's full-on hieroglyphics we have to read. Dolce Vita said, this is not decipherable. Abort mission, THT. We did our best, and I feel pretty good about that. Every once in a while, you got to really work out your mental adaptation as far as linguistics go. Context clues really help me read a lot of the hate that I have from black males. Context clues. Dusty language, Candy Girl says. Absolutely. Can we get 270 likes, Marina Gracia says? 400 plus people watching right now. The Stallioness said he wrote that comment while he was on a potty break in prison. Yeah, I've been watching prison TikTok. That's been a world of its own. I'm truly blown away. Niggas partying in prison, man. Shoot, you see what I'm cooking tonight, bro? See what I'm cooking? We cooking prison pizza. Ramen noodles being cooked on a metal bench. And hey, you know what? I'm not knocking them. You got to do the best that you can do while you're in prison, right? But let's not celebrate being in jail. Jesus Christ. Come on now. Black men have made jail popular in pop culture. Come on, bro. It's not popular to go to jail, bro. Young black men think it's cool to get their stripes and street credibility by going to jail. You want to know how I know this? I'll show you how I know this. Let me show you guys a video really quickly. Lord have mercy. I'm sorry for the panel members. I'll come to you in 1 second. Let me show you. There's something that happens in the black community, right? There's something that happens in the black community We joke about the degeneracy. We joke about the degeneracy because it's easier to make fun and laugh at the pain and the destruction that happens in Black communities than it actually is to face it full on and to try and correct it. So kudos to the young Black brothers who make these videos. But there's a reason why almost 1 million people have subscribed to the type of videos that you're going to see now. This video is called How Dudes Act After Their First Shootout. And let me tell you, it is hilarious, but it's sad the reason why it's hilarious. Watch this.
Yeah, talking about all them gunshots.
Oh, how many shots you heard last night?
About 30, 40.
30, 40. How many my Glock hold? About 30, 40.
This shit was like right there by your house.
Right there by my house. 30, 40 shot. Hot pulled up. Get what? They said they flunky. He ain't make it back.
He ain't make it. Tell me what happened then.
All right, bitch. So I'm on Facebook Live, bitch. I'm like, I dropped the load, like, hey, pull up. DB said they go send they flunky. So get what? They ain't get them back. So get what? They sent their little killer or whatever, and get what? He the one got killed. I ain't saying I did it, but I'm saying I did. You feel me? Like, I ain't saying I'm guilty, but I ain't saying I'm innocent. You feel me? I ain't saying I shot him, but I ain't saying I shot him. So, hey, give him, hey, real time, I need my street cred on God.
$660,000 subscribers. Now, I'm not upset at him for building a platform because, yes, listen, this young man's trying to make money. I understand that. I get it. But Black people, the Black male community, is the only community that has been able to build multi-billion-dollar industries based off of the destruction and the humiliation of their own people. The only community. You will never see a white man building $1 billion community off of destroying and laughing about destroying and killing his people. You will never see an Asian man laugh and build $1 trillion, billion-dollar industry about killing and destroying their own people. You will never see Mexican men build $1 trillion or $1 billion industry. This is somewhat arguable, I have to say, about killing their own people in America. Okay, in America. Black men joke about killing their own people. There's no other race or group of men that joke about that. None. Yet I'm the sellout. I tell you what. I have heard it all, ladies and gentlemen. I have heard it all. I don't know, man. I don't know. Heavy is the hand that swings the sword. I think I heard that in Game of Thrones. You can decipher that as you will. No other group of men jokes about killing their own people. No other group of men laughs or finds a way to reminisce about the worst tragic period in the history of its own people. None. Only Black men. I know we have people here on the panel right now. I'm going to read some comments. If you're waiting on the panel, then, and if you've been donating, I'm sorry, I can't watch everything. If you're just now joining, you're going to have to rewind. We've been talking about things for a while. I've pretty much been on a tear for now. Let's go ahead and bring Mr. Mute Button onto the panel. Mr. Mute Button, I haven't seen your name before. Where is your stance and how do you feel about everything I've said?
Nice stream here, man. You're building quite the coalition. I mean, hopefully you're ready for the message you put out and the seeds you plant. But I just come to broaden your mind and peace. I don't want to get muted or cut off real fast. I know you're running a radio show here. So I'm going to just get to it fast.
It's not a radio show. It's a YouTube show. I'm trying to make it more radio type, though. So, yes, it has to be sped up a bit. I'm prepping for the day that hopefully I do go to radio. That's the day I'm prepping for. And so I'm trying to operate in a little bit quicker pace, right? So it's not a radio show. This is YouTube. All right. I'm not sure if that's a snide remark or not, but I sense a little bit of obviously sarcasm or cynicism there. So I'm just going to let you know you're treading on thin ice, my friend. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's hard to get past people and their feelings. Am I right? But
Yeah,
I like how you can.
not necessarily. It's hard to get past negroids like yourself, who I just can't stand to hear listen to. All right, that's the only thing I have a hard time dealing with. So you can be muted just like your name suggested. Once again, I'm glad that he already knew what was coming. You appropriately named yourself. I'll give you that, Mr. Mute Button. You're very right. Unfortunately, you got the Mr. Kick Button. All right, so you need to rename yourself to Mr. Kick Button so you can recognize your place, my nigga. Recognize your place. Recognize your place. Right. Yeah, we gave him a shot. We gave him a shot. I didn't mute him too bad. You know, Lisa says be nice. I'm trying. I let him speak. And I even let him be a little bit disrespectful, right? Okay, go ahead and be a little disrespectful. I understand. How coincidental he is upset and throwing snide remarks about me being my feelings. However, he's in his feelings as soon as he starts speaking to me. The coincidence is astounding. Alexander Brandon, I see you. Alexander, just try and keep it quickly toned and quickly pitched here, Alexander. The floor is yours. Go ahead. It's good to see you again, Alexander.
Hi, the truth. I send a $5 super chat telling you that I understand why you're angry, and you know, deep in the inside, I'm angry too because I'm tired of seeing, you know, a black man on the news doing for murder or robbery or robbing or beating up an old or I should say senior citizen.
Absolutely. And Alexander, I'm gonna stop you here, Alexander. Listen, I appreciate that. And listen, Alexander, I always appreciate your support, man. Alexander's actually been with the channel, y'all, since literally almost since we started streaming. He's been here when there were 20 people watching. So Alexander, listen, I appreciate that. And I too have a problem with that. They called me the sellout, but you would never see me doing some of the things that you talk about. I have to give a huge shout out to Adrian with the $50 PayPal donation. She says, thanks for your show. How does one call into your show if they have an iPhone? Is it via Zoom link? Much appreciated. Yeah, Adrian, you should see a link that's pinned to the live chat right now. I'm going to check. It's a StreamYard link. So if you click that link that's pinned in blue, it'll give you the ability to join and connect your iPhone to essentially our chat server. And once you join, it'll ask for permission to access your microphone and or camera. You don't have to use your camera, but once you do join, and this might be you here in the background, once you do join, then you'll be able to talk. So I want to assume that this is you. Ascension Maker, is this you who was asking the question on how to join just now? And make sure that you unmute yourself as well.
Yeah. This is me.
Oh, okay. Well, is
They
this
hear me?
is this Adrian? I don't think this is Adrian. Are you Adrian?
No, this is Ascension Maker.
Okay. Right on. All right. Good deal. We got that.
All right.
Yeah. I hear you, bro.
I
Go
just
ahead.
want to make a statement. So when it comes to black, white, Hispanic, Asian, in America, there's a system that's in place to keep everybody in their certain box. Now, for black men to come out of their box, there's going to be a lot of sacrifices. Now, when you say that nobody wants black men, is the difference. They want them for sex. They don't want black men for like marriage and relationships. It's all about sex for black men. So to change that image, there's going to be a lot of sacrifice.
Okay. Let me ask you personally. When's the last time you had sexual relations with a woman outside of your race? And don't lie. I'll know if you're lying. All right.
Probably like a couple years ago, I was with an Asian girl.
Okay. So it's been a couple
Vietnamese.
years. Is that 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, I haven't really been in a relationship for a while. I've been mostly focused on work. But
Okay,
at the
fair
time,
enough.
she was in a relationship, and she actually cheated on her boyfriend with me.
Mhm.
I guess just to get something different.
So
But
why were
she was-
why were you not the boyfriend in this case?
I was just dating around or whatever, and she already had a
Right.
boyfriend at the time. But yet,
Right.
she was
But
still
why would she not leave her boyfriend for you?
most likely because he was also Asian.
Right. No. Right. And but you're black, right?
Yes.
So are they? No, they're probably not. Are they still together, or do you still keep tabs on her, or what's the deal?
Nah, I don't know, but most likely, you know how it goes. They're going to get married, probably have kids and everything like that. Try
Why
to
would
keep
she
it
get
within the
married to you
family.
and have kids? Why? I'm not understanding why she would rather just cheat on you and not get with you altogether.
No, not cheat on me. She cheated on her boyfriend with
Or
me.
cheat. I don't understand why she would cheat with you and then just not get with you. I mean, did you not like her? Did you express feelings for her or what?
I mean, she was cool, but she was like a foreign Asian girl.
Okay. Well, thank you for your story. I appreciate your honesty and sincerity. Ultimately, I think you still kind of prove the point a bit, which is ultimately they don't want you. She didn't want a relationship with you, or she's not going to have children with you.
Yeah,
She's going to get
and that's
married to
exactly what I
you
said.
anyway. So I agree. I agree, and I'm glad that you're definitely proving the point. But at the end of the day, you're the one-off,
And
man.
that's gonna
Right?
take work to change a black man's image from a sex object to somebody that you can actually,
I agree.
marry and stay with.
I agree to a certain extent. You're the very far runoff. Okay, most Asian women will never sleep with a black man. All right, that's just not going to happen. All right, so you're a very rare circumstance. However, the minority does not make the rule. I know you see that, and I know you can kind of get with that. Organic Black says he's agreeing with
Yeah,
you.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Yeah, man. Most Asian women aren't going to sleep with black men, dude. So you're the minority. And listen, Organic Black, she's sticking up for you. She says he's agreeing with you. I appreciate you being fair and honest here, man. I really do appreciate your honesty and sincerity. And I do agree with your point that it is going to be a lot of work that black males need to do to change their public perception and image. And sure, maybe there is some fetishization. That's the right word to use right there, of the black male, him being good in bed and things of that nature, whatever it might be. I can attest that might be the case somewhat. That might be the case somewhat. Right, I definitely can. Thank you for that, Ascension Maker. I appreciate it. Adrian, if you're still having problems, you can send me an email. My email, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to email me, is thehonest.truth. I'll type it in the chat box. thehonesttruthyt@gmail.com. All business inquiries. Sharice says he's somewhat respectful. Yeah, he's respectful at least. He's respectful. I'll definitely give him that. It's a lot more than what I could say for a lot of my black male counterparts or side counterparts. Is that the right word to use right there? I don't even know. Counterparts describing the opposite of what makes you essentially a team. So my counterpart's a woman technically. So I guess it'd be compadres, whatever. Let's see. Let's go ahead and move on here. Mr. Black Button is back in the building. Kenyatta is still waiting in the background, ladies and gentlemen. Kenyatta has been waiting in the background for about. Kenyatta, I'm gonna start my timer for you really quickly. I'm gonna start my sub diver watch to see just how much longer you're going to wait. I know it's been at least 30 minutes, but let me go ahead and start this. I want to see how much longer you're going to wait in the background. Kenyatta, for somebody that's supposed to be so much on their business, you sir are here every single live stream that I managed to put out for the past couple of weeks here. I don't know what you do with your life, but I think you need to seriously find a life. But I'm going to go ahead and time you. We'll see how much longer Kenyatta stays. Kenyatta, if you make it 30 more minutes, I'll consider letting you back on the panel. All right. You're a minute into it right now. I'll consider letting you back onto the panel. I'll never understand why black men disagree with me so much, yet fight to essentially be publicly humiliated and conquered on my live stream. That just proves once again that black men truly do love being conquered. If I hate a live streamer so much, the last thing I'm going to do is subject myself to him kicking me off and then waiting to rejoin again for him to kick me off again. You're making yourself a glutton for punishment and proving exactly what I'm saying, which is that you love being in chains and being conquered. You're going to sit in the background and wait like a good old boy until I let you back onto the panel. Y'all niggas. I would be gone. And you wouldn't see me or hear me comment again from the panel. But yeah, you just want to sit here and argue. Y'all love arguing. You love confrontation. Wait till I get back on this panel. I'm going to let him have it this time. He going to feel me this time, though. I refuse. And if he conquers me again, I'm going to come back again even stronger. I might be sitting down, but I'm standing up on the inside, truth. Standing up on the inside. All right. Well, you're going to have to sit down for another. I can't even see, dude. You got to sit down for another 27 minutes. See if you make it through it. I want to thank you for joining us and really enjoying this live stream and broadcast wherever you are. If you're driving on the way home, give a honk or two. We have 418 people watching. The odds of you driving beside somebody that's listening to our broadcast on YouTube is slim to none. However, take the chance, live life a little bit. Honk 2 times if you're in the car, if you're going home, if you're in the break room. Do 10 jumping jacks. Get that blood flowing. Get those capillaries and arteries expanding and continuing to oxygenate your body as we continue to dive deeper into the madness that is the hateful black male, that is the conquered black male, the shackled black male community. I appreciate you joining me. I appreciate you donating. Y'all been extremely generous with your donations tonight. Remember that we are sponsored by this channel from Instagram.com/mystictone, as well as uniqueboutiquecandles.com. Turn your house into a home, turn your abode into your apartment into an abode. Quality products, ladies and gentlemen. I don't just say that, just say it. Quality products. I wouldn't put these advertisements up if I didn't believe in the products. I've actually gotten reached out by a couple people who I decided not to, put on, for lack of a better term. I believe in quality and hard work, and I believe in supporting my own people. However, as it stands, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. You know what? I had another comment of the day I think I wanted to bring up. I think I wanted to bring up. That's just a receipt from a payment. Never mind. I thought I was going to thank somebody for another donation. No, that's Google Play thanking me for my 100 gigabyte Google One storage subscription. $199. Google Play said, thank you, bro. Thank you for paying us. Let me see. I had another comment of the day. Let me go ahead and bring this up. I wasn't going to bring this up originally, but in the light of ever transparency, I feel it's time. If I can find it, I feel it's time. Now, this comment here describes exactly the type of comment that Kenyatta makes when he comes for me. I know I'm ratting on Kenyatta. I know I'm going hard on Kenyatta right now. Kenyatta, keep it up. You got 20 something minutes left, Kenyatta. Keep it up. You're doing good. Let me show you this comment here. This once again happened on the It's Just Me podcast. Make sure you check out the Is It Just Me podcast. It's just not ending critical value and entertainment there. So this screenshot was made on the Is It Just Me podcast, right? A black man by the name of Nasir Muhammad. I assume that he's probably a black male who renamed himself to a Muslim identity. Nothing wrong with being Muslim at all. However, I do have a problem with fake Muslims who don't actually live out the true nature of the Muslim belief. Nasir Muhammad says, value is not always something. Jesus. At least he typed in English. Value is not always something that can be calculated. Our royal blood is what makes us valuable kings. Yes, he said kangs if you're listening on audio. He spelled out Kangs. Learn your history, baby. He was talking to the host of the Is It Just Me podcast. Learn your history, baby. It's funny. I'm going to go ahead and we'll summarize the past 1,000 years of black man's history for you, Nasra. All right? We'll summarize it for you. You want some history? Here you go. There's your history, Nasra. There's your kings. Nasra, I think it might be you who needs a refresher in history. You see, black men have this delusion, this warped mindset about them. At least the black man in the manosphere. Once again, this isn't all for all black males. Shout out to the good black males out there that support this message. I respect and I honor you. Black males act as if they weren't broken by every other race of men in days past and in current modern day. Black men act like they built the world. My niggas, can we please just have a true, honest moment with ourselves? Please. Just for a few seconds. You were slaves. My ancestors were slaves longer than any other group or race of people in the history of mankind. You are not a king. Wake up. You are a conquered muse ancestrally, okay? There is nothing about your history, at least the majority of your history. There's a slight, unfortunately, I have to give a slight acceptance to a very brief period of time where it looked like black men had their stuff together. But majority of your history is filled with nothing but you being conquered. Wake up. You don't have royal blood. You have conquered blood. All right? God forbid I try and change that right now. God forbid I try and build wealth, regardless of what type of race gives it to me. God forbid I try and change and raise the 6-hour dollar circulation in the black community. God forbid I try and build a business that can employ black people. God forbid. God forbid I try and make a studio production that can employ black people. God forbid I have dreams for this podcast to reach billions of people around the radio waves, Sirius satellite waves. God forbid. You can't make this up. We got royal blood in us, though. We got the royal blood. You see, what happened was the Egyptians, when the Egyptians was born, truth, they revolutionized our blood, and through that, truth, it passed down generations. And yeah, we were slaves. Yeah, we were conquered. Yeah, we sold our own people. Yeah, we killed our own people. But we got the blood of kings, truth, and you need to recognize that. You gotta recognize that, truth. Know what I'm saying, dog? Stop selling out, True. Come on now. It's you that's the problem, True. Come on, True. You got it. Come on now. Dasher, it looks like you finally made it on a live stream on your break. Dasher, I'll make sure to let you up. I know you've been calling a lot, Dasher. So today's gonna be your day here. All right, today's gonna be your day. Kenyatta, you're doing well. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Kenyatta. Let's step it up. Kenyatta, if you donate $20, I'll let you on right now, Kenyatta. If you donate $20, I'll let you on right now. All right? Put your money where your mouth is. You can speed up your time if you donate $20. All right? Donate a $20 super chat. We'll see what you got, and I'll let you on. Kenyatta, I'll even let you speak. I'll even let you speak for a minute straight, and I won't even interrupt you. Here's your chance right here, okay? Here's your chance. Here's your chance. Dasher, I appreciate you joining, Dasher. I know it looks like, what are you on break right now, Dash? I know you've been calling a lot, man. So go ahead, Dasher. Unmute yourself. The floor is yours. Dasher's been calling a lot, ladies and gentlemen. He hasn't been able to get on. Go ahead, Dasher. Unmute yourself. It's gonna be that button. There you go.
Yeah, what's up?
What's going on, Dasher? What are you doing right now, Dasher?
Oh yeah, I'm on my break.
Oh, nice, bro. Man, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you on the work grind, the work hustle. Yeah. So, hey, man, I'm not shaming you, bro. Not at all. I'm not even being sarcastic. So I've seen you listening a lot, and you've called in a lot. What did you want to say the past few times, and what is your message to me as far as what I say? You agree? Do you disagree? Are you in the middle? How do you feel about everything, Dasher?
Bro, there's many things I want to say. I don't know where to start.
I feel you. Well, let's just go ahead and start today. I'll give you some time because I know you've been, for a long time. As long as we can have an amicable, respectful conversation, then I'll let you say a few things here. Okay. So, where do you think that anything I said today has been misappropriately labeled as far as black males go?
My phone is bugging. I don't know. I can hear you correctly. Can you repeat what you said? My phone is...
So let's just talk about the topic today, okay? The topic today is kind of the proud conquered black males, so to speak, the coons in our community. Do you feel like I'm a coon in the community, Dasher?
Okay, it seems that I have technical issue with my phone. I can hear you correctly. My bad, bro.
Dang it, Dasher. Dasher, what the hell's going on, Dasher? We finally get you on, and you can't get it together, man. No, listen. Hey, I understand, bro. Listen, try this. Unplug your headphones. Unplug your headphones, and then try and speak, okay? Can you hear better now?
No, I can tell you it's my phone is really. Yo, I'm sorry. Really.
All right, Dasher. Well, listen, man, I gotta take you down. Gosh dang it, Dasher. Get a new
Wow.
phone, damn it. All right, I'm trying to get you on here, man. But where are you calling from?
It seems like the devil don't want me to talk, man.
Well, you must be saying something crazy, Dasher. You must have bad intentions. I tell you what, the Lord's looking out for me. Thank you, Dasher. We'll see you soon, bro. We'll see you soon. We gotta take Dasher down, ladies and gentlemen. Dang it, Dasher. You get a chance. You can't get it together, man. Hopefully, Dasher gets some better stuff going on. Jedi Mike's in the building with us. Jedi Mike is in the building. Make sure you follow Jedi Mike on YouTube. Jedi Mike 7 will put his link in the live chat right now. Jedi Mike, I know you've been watching, probably lurking for a while. I'll let you have the floor. And, I think the problem, Jedi Mike, is that even though I address and pay compliments and homage, and even though I actually do try and help a lot of the black males who I see show the same tendencies or have done some of the same stereotypical things that black men are known for doing, i.e. getting into crime or maybe not having as much education, I still do try and help them. And so this is a message of tough love, Jedi Mike, but it seems like even when I pay homage or respect or I try and help out the men who do see themselves as wanting to change, who do see themselves as part of the problem, just like I saw myself as part of the problem. I said, well, nigga, I can't be talking about college and school and not being enrolled in college myself. I can't be talking about needing to have a better job and I don't have a decent job myself. I can't be talking about needing to always do quality and have quality in your life and not trying to uplift and prioritize quality in every aspect of my life, from my live stream to my job to paying off my tickets and warrants to buying a nicer car or a newer car, to even buying a car. I can't talk about improving everything if I'm not improving myself. What are your thoughts, Jedi, as far as black men thinking that I'm the coon, thinking that men like you are the coon, for actually acknowledging what a lot of black males do to truly coon in their community? What are your thoughts on that? I know it's a long question there, but I know you can handle it.
No, it's all good. No, I've been sitting back here because I really didn't want, like, I'm just trying to take a back seat tonight and everything.
No, you're fine, Jedi.
It's because kind of like planning things out in the week and just have been working, just like literally just got off work around like 9 o'clock and stuff. So, but yeah, one thing I was listening was just the one thing you're saying about the dude. I forgot it was his name. I guess he's still in the back right now, right? He hasn't left.
No, he did leave. Kenyatta left. Kenyatta left the building, ladies and gentlemen. He made it out. I don't know when he left, but he made it to 17 minutes, I think. Kenyatta, you were almost there. Yeah, he left right now. So close.
But the thing about that is just saying that, the help is only given to folks who are willing to receive it, or willing to accept, and the thing about it is, like I said, you're saying, well, why don't you do this? You're very funny. You're telling the folks that, how to basically do what they're asking for, but yet they don't do it themselves. It's like, when, it's almost like basically saying, encouraging folks like, man, you need to put better, let's say you're talking about diet, whatever, right? Saying like, well, you need to make better healthy meals and stuff. Yeah, you're still eating, Doritos and mess like that. This is like, it's the same thing. It's just like what, pick your battle. And I think what Menace do is like talking about what he said was wrong, saying, well, you're talking bad about Blaine, you talk about me. Like, no, it's like, that's the thing. When that if you have enough self-respect for yourself, knowing that you're doing the work, but also not putting yourself in the pedestal, acting like, you're the shit. I do believe, give credit where credit is due, but also knowing that, as a man, is like we lack in terms of humbling ourselves and humility of self-improving, knowing that, I don't need to, beat the next man up, try to focus on what the man doing right next to me. I need to focus on beating the version of me yesterday. Right.
Absolutely.
And then continuing that, you eventually will be competitive enough that way you actually will be, better than some people in your environment, because you only focus, you got your mindset and focus on what you're doing, i.e. your responsibility and accountability. But what happens when you deflect on that, all you're doing is basically it's handicapping yourself and then going to this circle of deflection and just basically degeneracy that's continually going on and into this bottomless pit that there is no end to it, completely going down. And and to me, I don't understand just the logic of, I'm going to donate to you, but yet I'm gonna ask you to put my address so I can beat your ass. Tell me how logical that is, saying I want better the community when I'm doing that. When we're talking about you talk about the negative stereotype of black men, but yeah, you're telling Lily to do that you don't even know, that you sending money to, that you say you want to go fight. To me, I mean, it's just like, it's complete BS to me. I just don't understand, like, why is it that you won't listen to the whole thing of your demeanor, how you're talking and how you're coming up about this, saying, oh, you need better the black community. It starts with you. I said, it starts with me. And the thing about this, as to respect I have, for Jonathan and everyone else here, like for me and Jonathan, the conversation that we have here, the work of bettering the black community or bettering the black man starts when this live stream is over. When we're off, and the conversation that me and Jonathan, if you actually knew what we were having, you wouldn't be talking. But that's the thing, that we build in silence. We don't have to boast about what we're doing. We just show it. I don't have to tell you what I'm gonna do. You'll see me. You'll know my name eventually. You will. So that's the thing, is that of actually focusing on the actual mission, which my intention and Jonathan's intentions are almost like Alexander was Mr. Grand Black. Black Light Revelation, a bunch of people, Loren, other people, like we both have the same intent, same intention and goal in mind, which is bettering the black community. But it starts with us as the head of leaders, making sure that we basically rebuild ourselves the way we can rebuild everything that we're responsible for, i.e. the black woman, i.e. the black children. But when you deflect on this bullshit of let's just take some damn marriage photos, he didn't do that. It was her. She was in charge. He was no leader in that. He was basically the quote the donkey just being dragged on and stuff like that, and just like going back into terms of the let's I bet you get like 40 likes on there. Yeah, okay, cool, that'd be awesome. Not knowing I got a fucking name, like I have a last name out here. I can't let that be out there, and it's gonna be out there to the world. We thought this is a joke, and that's what we become. Black men, we become a joke because of this bullshit you see here.
And guess what? It's crazy, Jedi. This is the thing. They don't even see or acknowledge the fact that when I'm promoting businesses on this channel or whatever it might be or anything like that, those businesses are directly supporting the black community, right? Now, they're quality products, yes, right? But more often than not, if you are or you share my skin tone or same race and you come to me and say, hey, I want to put something on your YouTube, can you run something for me? 9.9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say, of course, I can do something for you, right? So the myriad of things that I'm trying to build to support our community as a whole is it's apparent in so many different facets. One of those just being that, right? One of those just being that. I want to tell a story. But really quickly, I want to also give Shelly, huge shout out to you for your $20 PayPal donation. Thank you, Shelly. She said, I just happened upon your channel and love what I'm hearing. Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate your support and your contributions to the channel. I'll put the links up again. Once again, I think Organic Black putting the donation links. You don't have to donate, but you can if you want to. It really helps, guys. And I can start to recoup from a lot of gear that I just bought. I literally just spent $1,000, probably $1,000 or $1,100 on a whole bunch of gear, but it's going to be so worth it at the end of the day. Oh, okay. So, it's tough. Jeez. You know what? I have to say that story for another time. I don't know if I could really talk about that right now. I literally give so much of myself that other people don't really know about, right? As a matter of fact, the reason why I am and why I talk so passionately about the things that I do is because I gave so much of myself and I got nothing in return from my own people. That's what really opened my eyes to just how bad things are within my own community. Aside from the fact that there are no businesses that I can walk into that have men of my same skin color that can hire me just based off of the color of my skin, aside from the fact that I can't count on having infrastructure or having fundraisers or whatever it might be for us as a community to come together to give to the people who are truly disenfranchised on just the most fundamental, basic human level. My own brother, most of the time when I walk past him in the store, if I eye him or nod my head to him, he probably won't even say or do anything. That happens 8 times out of 10. There's this hostility that black men have for other black men that only black men know about. There's this hostility that when you say something to a black man, you have to judge whether or not he's actually saying something in sincere interest for conversation. There's this hostility that all black men know, this tension that you have with black men who are not who you've never seen or met, but you have to you can't give too much of yourself to that black man, because if you do, you don't know what his intentions are and you don't know if he's really going to be acting funny or sincere with his friendships or whatever it might be, right? There's this tension that only black males have amongst themselves. White people, white males can come together, get drunk, kick it. They never met each other in a day in their lives, end up and partying together, having the time of their lives, build a great friendship off of that, right? Black males in the black community have the smallest community as far as brotherhood goes. There is no brotherhood within black men. There's none. Niggas like Kenyatta are always gonna say, "Oh, you make the black men look so bad." Oh, black men, as if black men are really riding for me, or riding for us like that. They're not. Black men are not riding for the righteousness of the black community. If they were, they wouldn't be last in everything. It's just not happening by and large. Kenyatta with the continual super chats. Kenyatta, you don't earn that much money. If you did, you wouldn't be donating $5 at a time. Nobody that makes a lot of money donates $5 at a time. Okay, that's not a lot of money. Okay, you probably make an average to below average amount, just like most black men do. All right, if you made a good amount of money, you wouldn't be spending hours upon hours on YouTube. That's not how people that make a lot of money make money. They're not on YouTube right now at midnight. They're either investing, sleeping, getting ready to wake up at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning when the market opens, or when it's getting ready to open, looking at their stock exchange or portfolios or whatever it might be. They're not up on YouTube ranting for hours on hours. That's not how people with money operate, bro. All right? I know some people with money. They're not having these conversations right now. All right? They are not here talking about you have money. Nigga, you don't have no money. Please.
Truth. Is it okay if I show you something?
Hold on, Alexander. Not now, Alexander, but maybe later. Send me the link in the private chat, Alexander. Send me the link in the private chat. Send me the link in the private chat. Talk about you have. Let me show you the type of dude like Kenyatta. I got money. You make money. Nigga, please.
He the type of dude that won't even stand up to the dope boy on the corner. But he worried about tearing down the black community. Stand up to the dope boys.
Talking about you have money, but yet you wanna hop on a plane to come beat my ass. Kenyatta, you couldn't even afford the damn plane ticket, Kenyatta.
I got more respect for the dope boys more than I would have respect for
you know what? Damn it, I do too. Damn it. And you know what? I'm glad you said that, Latoya. I've spoken about this in the past, right? I've spoken about the Sicilian mobsters who actually did crime to benefit their own people. I've said that, you know what? If niggas actually sold dope and destroyed part of the community only to build businesses in that same community, I might give niggas a pass. If niggas could have such regimented and strict morality to where fucking mic cable caught on my chair, to where they could make money and then improve. What the fuck is going on? To where they could make money and then improve the horrid conditions in their community, I might give niggas a pass. I just might. I said that before and I'll say it again. Thank you, Latoya, for saying that. And we'll go to our panel. I know you haven't said anything in a while. I might just give people a pass. And listen, I say that somewhat facetiously, obviously, right? I'm not encouraging for black men to sell drugs and things or anything like that. Actually, I really do disdain it. I'm just trying to prove a point that, you know what, I might consider giving some of them a pass if they actually use the dirty money to build Atlantas all over the country, right? If they use mob money to build Las Vegas, but they're not.
I know some former dope dudes here that actually turned dirty money into legitimate businesses, and they still running to this day. Or they're running community centers. I probably seen them when I was growing up. So
yeah, I don't know how many. I don't know how many there are. I mean, I don't know if there's that many, Latoya, but I mean, listen, yeah, hopefully not. But listen, if they did, I would have no problem with that. All right, I'd have no problem with that. But let's not act like, and thank you, Latoya, for saying that. Let's not act like 2.2% of businesses trade on the New York Public Stock Exchange are let's not act like they're not black owned. Okay, they are. There's not that many businesses that are actually making and employing black people in the United States. Not a lot at all. Like less than 5%, I think, of businesses actually employ black people and give a sustainable, livable income. Less than 5%. Right? That employ people. Now, a lot have businesses and small businesses. That's great. That's fine and dandy. I'm talking about using and utilizing major money to start creating economic infrastructure. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being able to hire and provide livable wages to our community. Right? So I'm not destroying small business owners by any means. All right? I salute you and I tip my hat to you. But we can't act like all the doughboys are getting the money and cleaning it. Some might be, and I hope that they are. I really do. And for the ones that are, I tip my hat to you. I do. I tip my hat to you. Not ashamed to say thank you for the $5 super sticker, Alexis. Alexis with the $5 super sticker. Unbiasedly woke said it's 11% success black businesses. All right. 11%. Jesus.
Can I make a comment real quick? Oh, sorry. When you're done.
Yeah, no, you have 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah,
Say no, Justy Struggle Love says no problem, bro. They sell dope to buy Jordans and VIP at the club. You know, hey, listen, I'm not saying Jesus, my water. I got some coffee here. That was horrible. That sounded like I don't even know.
Rest your voice, man.
That sounded terrible. I know it was. I'm pushing through it, Jedi. I'm not gonna let the devil try and take it away from me. He's not gonna get me. I don't care if I can't say anything, Jedi. I'm gonna type the rest of this in the live chat if I can't talk. I kid you, bro. I don't even know what I was about to say. Go ahead, Jedi. Take your time, bro.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I think kind of going back into the topic, you know, just with the photo, the image, you know, you're talking about your kings and queens. Last time I checked, you know, kings were not in chains. You know, it's a bit, you know, you guys are basically talking about, you know, just talking this image saying, you know, you think you're breaking every chain. This woman's not Tasha Cobbs. You're not breaking chains. You're still in them. You know, you're still in the bondage of terms of the old mindset that you're in terms of that keeping you from actually progressing, actually being the true leaders that you claim that you are. That you know, we basically have a lot of talk, but we're not, you know, we have no merit to stand on. And when I'm seeing, I'm looking at the dude, you spend literally, dude, you say you have money, you spend $15 on a dude you say you want to beat up. I just don't understand this. I'm like, why you got $15 to spare on anything like that for actual valuable things and stuff than coming on here? I just don't understand. Like, why you keep doing, like, you know, but that's just more money for that. You know, you keep giving more credit where credit is due. And okay, keep coming, you know, but I just don't understand. It's like, why you are actually having this sort of mindset that's keeping you like kind of complacent and not actually talking about the solution, which is talking about the fact that we're not taking any accountability. We're not actually having the things that we're creating actual solutions. Because one, we're not really consistent. We might have the ideas, but we're not staying with them by what we said, which is why I appreciate what Jonathan and I said, saying that some of the things that we say on here, you know, think we're simping. Don't put us in a pedestal too. We hold ourselves accountable to what we're saying. We're not just talking to other men and he's saying that we're not that. We're also talking to ourselves as well. You know, the words that we're speaking is applicable to us as well, more than us than any other people, because I control me. I can control anybody else does. But then, so when you just focus on someone else saying, you know, where your address and pull up, you know, it's a pull up at the, in terms of when, you know, you have your priorities straight with your family, pull up, you know, in terms of like, you know, being there for your children, and instead of actually pulling up for a dude that you want to fight for the sake of having lack of emotional control.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Jedi. So well said, man. And I want to thank all of y'all for sticking with us and tuning in. I want to thank you personally for listening and watching the Truth Seekers Live podcast. The panel members are always so awesome. You can find a lot of them on the channel, like Jedi Mike has his own YouTube channel. It's Jedi Mike 7. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link for his channel. A lot of the panel members end up saying things that, you know, I just can't think of. And really, our panel members help so much to make the show. And so to anybody who's ever come on, even if it was just for a minute or a word or two, I really want to thank you for your time and your input. You guys make the show what it is. And I'm so thankful. Again, I should have my channel in the live chat right there. You know, I'm going to go ahead and donate. I'm sorry, not donate. Donate to myself. I'm gonna go ahead and drop some other live links from creators who have supported this channel. Cerebral share this channel. And really, when YouTube creators share your channel on their platform, particularly if they have a larger platform, it means a lot. And so I make sure that I pay homage to those who have shared my platform. Cerebral, Nyla Says, Alexis Exodus, all the other content creators who have supported this channel and who are directly, if I'm being honest, responsible for the growth that's happened here. You know, so hard to type in text. Cerebral is an awesome channel, very peaceful, laid back vibes. I'm gonna misspell it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm misspelling it right now because I'm trying to type and spell. It's not working out, so don't judge me. I'm warning you. This is the time I will misspell something. What else can I do? I'm dropping all the people who've ever supported me. Uppity Unicorn, who's a great peaceful content creator as well. She has lovely content on there to subscribe to Uppity Unicorn. Let me drop Lexus Exodus. I really enjoy Lexus Exodus's content, and she streams pretty much every day. Extremely talented, well-spoken, very fun content. I know that you'll like it. Couldn't have done this without the help and the support of the community, the people, particularly the ladies who do support. Because, like we said before, if you do get support, it's probably going to be for the ladies, especially for something positive. Only in degeneracy will black males come together. A lot of the time, unfortunately. I wish that wasn't the case. I really do, but the truth hurts, right? The truth burns and it stings. I'm trying to think of who else I need to drop really quickly here. I'll drop Nyla. Nyla Says, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for taking some time out, but this must be done. I don't do this enough. And the last thing I want is for people thinking that somehow I did this for myself, because I didn't. I always talk about here, I have a group of people who supported me.
I'm about to hop off, but it's something I do want to say to you.
Go ahead, Latoya.
Come fight me. Come fight me.
Goodness.
Come on, come fight me. Come on, go throw these hands. Come on, come fight me. Come fight me.
My goodness. My goodness, Toya. I tell you what, that was menacing right there. That was menacing. That's gonna keep me up. You and Kenyatta are gonna keep me up all night. I'm disturbed. So I appreciate the threat, Kenyatta, and unfortunately, I will put you first in line as far as the confrontations that I'll face head on, Kenyatta. I had to just get the worst out of the way. But listen, I'm sorry, Kenyatta. I'm sorry, Latoya. I called you Kenyatta. I'm messing up.
Ew.
I know that's like the worst insult I could have ever given to anybody. So listen, forgive me, and yes, when you see me, please punch me, and I promise that I won't do anything because I deserve that. All right. So Latoya,
I ain't gonna hit you. I was just making fun of him because he was like, "Come fight me."
Toya, listen, I always appreciate you being on here and giving your time and supporting the channel. Okay, and sorry to be kind of abrupt, but listen, I really do appreciate you. All right, Toya.
It's all good.
All right, much love, my dear. We'll talk soon.
All right, catch y'all later.
All right, Toya. The wonderful Latoya, ladies and gentlemen, big supporter of the channel. Mr. Blockbutton, I see you in the back. Mr. Blockbutton, I should have started the timer on you. Mr. Blockbutton has been waiting for about almost the amount of time on Kenyatta. He is here, just so you see, right there. That's him. Now, Mr. Blockbutton, we'll go ahead and give you a second chance. All right. I know you were waiting, bro.
My goodness, bro.
You were waiting for a while. I have to give that to you. Okay, you got some patience. Now
it's crazy.
I know.
The censorship is real, brother. I didn't mean any harm.
Oh, it's all right, man. It's all right. You know, that's what happens when you have power, right? When you have power, you can do as you please. It's really a beautiful thing, man. You know, so
that's true. I mean, it's only 2021. I guess mute buttons and blocked accounts equals conquered, right?
Well, it's not just that, but it's a form of it. Yeah, it's my ability that I have to conquer you in this very moment. Yeah, it is, man. I mean, how does it feel?
If you say so.
How does it feel?
Well, pretty much.
Oh, I guess we'll never get the answer out of you. All right. I guess we'll never get the answer out of you. You see how that works? You see how being conquered works? You can complain about it all you want, but unless you do something to actually solve it or create something for yourself, you'll remain conquered. You see how that works? It's very interesting. A very interesting concept. Why they choose to continue to enjoy being conquered? Let me ask, Mike, before I let you go, let me ask you something. Mr. Blockbutton, why do you feel the need to still be here and essentially be conquered by me right now? What keeps you on?
Let me tell you something. Okay. I'm gonna answer this thoroughly.
no. I want you to answer quickly. Why do you still feel the need to wait and speak to me if you don't agree with the channel? And literally, I've publicly humiliated you. Why do you still
I'm not
stay here?
humiliated. I don't feel like there's any tension. I don't feel anything.
So why do you feel the need to wait for 40 minutes or 45 minutes and hope that I bring you back on? Why would you wait so long? I'm not getting it.
You owe your audience authenticity. You owe them the honest quote truth. You owe it to them.
English.
Mr. Button.
We're
Yes,
not
I
going to
know.
speak in we're not going to speak in hieroglyphics. Come on, let's now give me an answer here. I'm not going to try and analyze metaphors.
Right. I know it takes a certain level of comprehension, but I'm gonna say it slowly. Hopefully I don't get blocked, and hopefully you don't conquer me, right?
I'll try my best.
Right, but you owe it to your audience. You see, when you silence other perspectives, your women, your vulnerable women that you're trying to, I guess, teach, can't learn. So give the people what they want. Chop it up like men. Have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Hear opposing perspectives.
Okay. So what is it that you want to teach the women?
Well, first of all, there wasn't anything that I don't hate your channel or anything. I know you tend to feel like there's some type of feeling when pretty much this is all casual for me.
You said that I need to let people with opposing perspectives on. So if you're going to assume that I kicked you off because we have opposite, beliefs, then you can't tell me that you don't disagree with my channel. That would make you a supporter of the channel and not opposition. So do you support the channel or do we have opposing perspectives? Which one is it?
Okay, that's fair. I support the channel.
Okay,
but I do support. Let me tell you what I believe in.
Wait a second. Hold on a second.
Sure.
So you think that the women aren't going to learn anything, but you support the channel. Why would you support a channel if you think that what I'm saying isn't going to teach women anything and that I don't let people of opposite perspectives speak? That's a contradiction or a conflict of interest. Does that make sense or no?
Right. Well, there's a minuscule truth that you do push that I do agree with. It's just not absolute. Do you understand that?
Of course, I understand that's not absolute. I speak about situational nuance all the time. However, I think situational nuance is a problem that black men and the black pedospheric men who follow Kevin Scamills have a much harder time grasping as a condition of situations, right? Situational nuance. For instance, black men are far more likely to categorize all black women as the same. Okay. Do you believe that or no?
So you're asking me, do black men categorize all women the same?
In your opinion, do you think that black men are the ones that walk in situational nuance more than black women are?
You see, that's an obvious question, and that's an obvious answer. No, because nothing is absolute.
Okay, so
and obviously in these, in this YouTube drama, everything has to be generalized, so that works to your favor, along with the mute button.
Mr. Block. Okay, so what is your point here? Because you're playing both sides of the field. If you're in Rome, then let Caesar be what Caesar's is. So what is your side here? Okay,
exactly.
I'm not really understanding what the problem is.
I'm unbiased. My truths are unbiased, meaning balance. Whereas others, they prefer to ego stroke and kind of keep things hidden without leaving everything on the table and going to the root of things. You see, that's what.
Right.
That's
so
how.
when
That's
you hear me say something like, "Listen, I'm not saying this is all black men," and I say I salute the black men who are doing better, who are trying to do better for themselves, who have had histories or issues in the past, who are trying to work out. Is that not a balanced perspective to you, or what? Have you heard me say that or no?
Exactly, I have.
Okay, so
but
what?
If you really believe that,
all right, I've had enough of that. I have. Yeah, I agree, but yeah, you did that. Truth, you're right, but. Yeah, you're right. But no more buts. I'm a pretty fair person, my friend. I'm a pretty fair person. So back to the block you go. We'll go ahead and give you niggas speaking in hieroglyphics. English, bro. Come on. We don't have all night. I gave you more than enough time here, and we're speaking in circles at this point. All right. So you had your point. If you want to stick around for another 30 minutes, if we're on that long, then you can come back on and speak some more ancient Hebrew to us. All right. I am more than fair. I make sure of that. It's like mush mouth. It's like, Jesus, dude, come on, bro. Lord have mercy. And what happened was, so the way that I am is when I internalize a subscription, I feel and I divide what is divine intervention, because I know that sustainably I need to comprehend the luxuriousness of the combustion of the fortitude of my complexion. So when I sidewind out of the Nevada highway, California is in Las Vegas. New York is in Thailand. And when they merge, Lord have mercy, when they merge, it brings forth gratitude into the subliminal hyperspheric stratitude of Earth and Venus. And when they collide, the black hole that was discovered in 1473 can come through, Lord have mercy, hallelujah, and change the perspective on the hyperbolic spontaneous combustion of integral integers that have been divided by the Lord himself. Hallelujah.
Preach, Pastor.
Thank you, Jedi. Lord have mercy. I am saying a word. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Jesus. Shadaba. Shadabahaya. Niggas really think that they're on. God bless you, Jedi Mike. God bless you. And Lord, forgive me. I don't mean to blaspheme. I do believe in the Holy Spirit and the Lord. But I believe that the Lord doesn't mind us having fun as well. Okay. Niggas are, I mean, and listen, I'm not saying that there aren't smart black men. There are obviously very astute, well-spoken, honorable black men. But come on, man. I mean, I understand needing to sound smart and wanting to sound smart. You don't have to sound smart when you talk to me or Jedi Mike. You can just be who you are. Let's just get through it, right? Jedi, go ahead.
Nah, just like, just kind of like pulling teeth, trying to get him to the point. It's like the same thing, like, try to act smarter, like the dude that got tried, like, the evidence, that mess,
Yeah, let's go ahead.
He saw the video. He said, I do not apologize for what I done, but I will also not apologize for what I did not do. And it's like, because the evidence will show that the lace fronts were the perpetrators of this case.
Let's go ahead. We're gonna make him a soundbite when we get the transitional screen and everything set here. If you don't know what Jedi's talking about, I'm going to show you the clip. This is what Jedi's referring to. And Jedi, I'm so glad that you said that. It's a meme now, and for good reason. This man murdered his entire family, and it's more than obviously and evidently clear that he did this. And he decided to represent himself in court. So enjoy. This is the conversation that we just had with Mr. Blockbutton, I think his name is. All right. Enjoy.
The evidence is going to show. This is the first impression jurors received of Ronnie O'Neal, the Riverview man charged in a gruesome rampage that killed his girlfriend, his young daughter, and nearly killed his.
Gosh dang it. That's not even the one that's playing the audio. Hold on. Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. He's coming back. Oh, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. He's here.
The jury during his opening statement. And the evidence is going to show.
Lord have mercy.
That law enforcement tampered with evidence. But the state says evidence
Hallelujah.
is indisputable.
Jesus. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. Linlin, I see you back there, Linlin. Linlin, I'm gonna take you down for now, Linlin. But listen, I appreciate you being here, Linlin. We'll see you soon, my dear. The wonderful Linlin joining us. Linlin, did you want to say your final words really quickly? I don't want to take you down without giving you your final words. Go ahead, my dear.
Oh no, I was just enjoying this live, so I'll hang out in the comments. Thank you.
All right, my dear. We'll talk to you soon. The wonderful Linlin. Yeah, we're gonna have his audio bite definitely coming up in the transitions. We're gonna need to have that for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Honest Truth Live Truth Seekers Live podcast with me and Jedi Mike right now, Jedi Mike 7. I hope that you're enjoying wherever you're listening, wherever you're tuning in from. We have people that listen all around the world, and it's an honor to have you listening to us right now. The $5 super chat, I missed it, from Shanice Moore, says 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. That was deep. Now that's wisdom, Shanice. I felt that. I felt that in the blood of my ancestors, my kings. I felt that. Very, very introspective, spiritual. Very spiritual that was. That was deep. Thank you for that. We had a couple of new people join the live panel right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and keep it closed for now, ladies and gentlemen, just because we're going to start to wrap things up here in a little bit. Listen, I know that we have had a great time tonight. Mr. Block Button, we're going to go ahead and fulfill your username there. There you go. Create another account, and we'll see you next time. Alexander, I appreciate you being here, Alexander. We're going to see you next time. Glitches, we're going to try and catch the next one, Glitches, my dear. I see you back there, but we're going to start to wrap this up a bit, Glitches. Gordon, we're going to catch you on the next one, Gordon. I didn't even see Gordon back there. Gordon was in the spot where I couldn't see, man. I'm sorry, Gordon. We'll bring you next time, though, Gordon, this year. Just come as quickly as you can, bro. Come as quickly as you can. We got to wrap it up. We got to wrap this up. We got to make sure we end on a high note here. Jedi, I appreciate you, man. I'm going to go ahead and give you your last words here, brother. It's always an honor to have you and your support here. And I hope that I'll be tuning into your next videos. I've been watching. I've been lurking, Jedi. I've been lurking. I'll catch it. And I lurk. I don't say anything, but I'm going to start coming on to it, bro. Pause moment. New York pause moment there. But I've been checking them out, man. Really been enjoying them. And I'm talking a lot. Go ahead, bro.
No, it's all good. No, I've been seeing you, man. Appreciate your support and everything. But yeah, because I finished with work and everything. I finished with my summer classes, and I'm like working on the series. I'm continuing on, like I'm breaking down one of the next video I'm gonna be doing to talk about men's like narcissism, and I'm gonna use like the show Loki. Obviously, he's the king of narcissism, and just talking about how men, when they can identify in other men, but more importantly in themselves, and how how they can identify that. But but I appreciate you, man. I'll continue to support and stuff like that. But like to y'all, to the dude coming up, I don't, you don't have to pull up the address. I'll just ask you, when you come up to the camera, you should have came up here. I'll just ask you to, when you're watching right now, and take your $15, and I want you to lean forward to the camera just a little bit, right? Just a little bit more. All right. And then I just got something for you. Okay. So
very appropriately handled.
On that note, I'll peace out.
All right, now, man. Jedi Mike is out of the building, ladies and gentlemen. Always good to have you, Jedi. We'll see you next time, brother.
All right, bye.
That's Jedi Mike, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I appreciate y'all for joining us on this Truth Seekers Live production. We're going to be back in a couple of days to bring you more entertainment, shock value, truth that seems to be stirring up some controversy. Who would have thought? Who would have thought, huh? It wasn't my intentions to stir up controversy. I simply wanted to explain how I felt. I simply wanted to just be honest, right? Just wanted to be honest. That's all I've ever been. I've always been honest in putting my opinionated word online. That's how I've always been. Been doing it for years now. I've been doing it for years. I hope that you've enjoyed these 3 hours, and I appreciate you for staying with us and sticking with us for these 3 hours. As you go through the next couple of days until we reunite, I encourage you to take it easy on yourself. I encourage you to try and enjoy and switch up. Do something unfamiliar. Enjoy your next couple of days. Remember, we are in the middle of nowhere spinning on a green and blue ball with people who look completely different that surround us every single day. Every time you walk outside, there's a new looking person. There's a person you've never seen before that you'll never see again in your life. Take advantage of that. Have a conversation. Meet somebody new. Don't be so stuck like these evil men in hatred and bigotry and negativity. Go out there and explore your possibilities. The world is a vast place, and we get one chance in life. Some of you believe in reincarnation, so you think a bit differently, and I don't hold that against you. But we get one chance in life. I don't want you to just hold yourself to such a stressful position or environment that you might be in right now. Go out there, live, and really enjoy what you have right now, because there's a lot of people out there that don't want you to enjoy and want you to live. There's a lot of people out there that want you to suffer, right? I want you to suffer. But I want you to live, right? And that's what we're going to do on this channel. We're going to continue to live. I appreciate you joining us tonight. We had 430 something people watching at max. I think that might be close to a new record. No, I think the current record is like 600 or something. The numbers are going up. Ladies and gentlemen, the numbers are going up. We have the excellent outro coming out to send us. And I hope you enjoyed that. Once again, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Discord. If you want to drop the Discord and contact us offline, you can speak to our channel members, our community members. I'm gonna post that in the live chat right now. I'll post that in the live chat right now. The next live stream is going to have the new and feature the new digital camera. Thanks to your contributions, we can step up the quality and bring you an even more clear and unique experience. After that, we'll get into the sound and the effects. And then after that, we're actually going to be able to do a call-in show. So you can be able to call on your phone. You won't necessarily have to join StreamYards. You can call on your phone, and we can take callers. It's going to be a very unique and interesting experience. I also have new bits that are coming up, new sections of the podcast and live stream, which will be different types of enactments. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of things in the work, ladies and gentlemen. Discord link. Listen, I'm out. TheHonestTruthYT@gmail.com. I love you all, and I appreciate you all. And I don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't. Neither should you. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, be safe. Take it easy. Take care of yourself.